Unbeaten 11-0. 17 1-1. Here we go. Blue trunks for Makhachev. Black trunks for Kuntz. Southpaw stance for the Russian.
Big overhand left by Makhachev to start things off.
Makhachev just 23 years old.
And Kuntz caught him with a right hand there as he was throwing that left kick. Both guys have a lot of success under their belt.
Kuntz, born in North Dakota. Last few years, been down a lot with American Top Team, improving his skill set.
Makhachev has heavy hands, Mike.
Yes.
You can see it in those few brief exchanges. And this is exactly where he wants his fight to take place. He wants to get that clinch, beautiful knee to the body by Makhachev. And Kuntz trying to utilize that forearm, frame him off, push him away, defend against the takedown attempts.
And they break. As I mentioned during the walk-in, coached by Khabib Nurmagomedov's father. Disappointing that Nurmagomedov hurt again. We're going to wait a little while before he comes back, but he is outstanding. He's the leader of this new crew, if you will, of Russian fighters that are going to compete with that combat sambo background in the octagon.
Yeah, I just hope he gets healthy. It's just so frustrating for fans of his because they're looking forward to seeing this young man fight for the title someday, and he was supposed to be fighting Donald Cerrone tonight. Highly anticipated fight, but we got a great replacement in John Makdessi. That should be glorious.
Right into side control. Now he takes the back. Seamless transition.
Beautiful takedown, and he is all over Leo here. Leo's trying to defend. Leo doesn't want to get flattened out here.
Trying to lock it in.
Well, he doesn't have anything under the chin. What he's trying to do is get himself into a position to flatten out Leo, but Leo's doing a good job of keeping his forearms down, but his hips up high. And what he would like to do is either sneak out the back door or figure out a way to roll and wind up in half guard here.
Trying to shake him
out
up.
the back door.
Oh, and comes out swinging.
Good defense by Kuntz. That was a scary situation to be in.
He stayed very, very patient. Uppercut.
He's keeping his head on the center line, Mike, and he's got to be careful that as he's trying to avoid the takedowns, he's aware of the punches. Because Makhachev can bang, too.
Watch for the lead uppercut from Makhachev.
I mean, we've seen time and time again when fighters are concentrating on defending the takedown, that's when oftentimes they get caught with big punches. Mirko Krokop, Kevin Random is a perfect example of that.
Makhachev just feeling out the distance, trying to get Kuntz thinking a little bit again here.
Well, he's got Kuntz worried about everything, worried about the striking. Here's a nice right hook. Oh, beautiful
nice elbow. Followed up, too.
Behind it, very nice. Good inside leg kick by Leo.
And Kuntz tried to follow it up. Makhachev able to get out of harm's way. Just over a minute now on the clock here in round number 1. Good head movement.
Kuntz trying to go up high with that kick.
Both Kuntz and Makhachev making their UFC debuts.
Good uppercuts
and
by Makhachev.
And he utilizes control in the clinch too. And then gets his arm around the back of the neck and then delivers the uppercuts.
Yeah, anytime Leo's tying up with him, he risks this.
Yes.
Excellent control by Makhachev, and he's on top inside control.
Two takedowns for Islam here in round number 1. And a huge advantage in total strikes.
Stop there.
Give it every time.
Kuntz's corner talking, Joe, saying that you have the speed advantage. Let's see if he tries to do that. And of course, we heard the corner of Makhachev talk about utilizing movement.
Good punches by Makhachev. And again, a lot of this is because Leo's head stays on the center line. Constantly worried about the threat of the takedown and the clinch. He's not being very elusive with his head. And
Another
there again.
left, and there's that uppercut.
And in the clinch, he's getting tagged with those uppercuts because he's worried about the takedown as well. It's just one of the many ways that grappling opens up opportunities for striking in MMA. A poke.
Yeah, a little accidental poke, right eye of Makhachev. Fight continues.
Good little short check hook by Makhachev.
Tried to disguise that kick.
Yeah, tried the question mark kick, blocked by Leo. Leo's corner was also happy that he was able to defend. They said he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do in that round. He defended well. There's a nice, that's that short check hook.
He walked right into it. CB Holloway likes to throw that punch.
Yes, he does. He throws it very well.
Yep.
Oh, he might have hurt him there,
I
Mike.
think he did. He kind of went down
stumbled a little
awkwardly,
bit.
didn't he?
And look at this. Right to full back control. Just effortlessly takes the back.
Both hooks in this time.
Couple hard shots by Makhachev.
Kuntz is in a world of trouble right here. A lot of time on the clock here in round 2.
And Kuntz is looking for an opportunity where he can spin around and wind up on top. There
it is, Joe.
made the
Great
attempt,
call.
but Makhachev clearly aware of it. Follows him, and as he's following him, he's trying to slip the forearm underneath the neck.
Looking for the body triangle now.
Yeah, he recognizes that Kuntz is trying to spin, so he opts for better control, but less versatility when it comes to attacking. If he wants to attack with an armbar or something else now, he has to let go of that triangle, whereas when he goes with traditional 2 hooks, more opportunities for attacks are open, but less control. Now see, we see here, he's got the body triangle, and he's on top, which is much, oh, it's underneath the chin.
Trying to lock
Leo's
it down
in deep
right
trouble.
here. Looking to finish this fight.
It's over. It's over. Leo's out.
It is all over.
Beautiful job by Makhachev.
Great UFC debut for the Russian.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 38 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Islam Makhachev.
Chris Wade in a division in which there is just never any margin for error. We are underway. Chris Wade in the center of the octagon in blue. Makhachev coming out southpaw in black.
Wade really feels like his experience is going to be a factor. Doesn't feel like Makhachev is a real true UFC veteran yet, although he's been basically doing this sport his entire life. Combat Sambo as close as it gets.
And we've been saying for 2 or 3 fights that Wade's striking is underrated as he gets the kicks going here a little bit early. We haven't seen everything that he can do. Perhaps tonight will be the night.
Well, he had an excellent camp, and he definitely wants to test the chin, Makhachev. He wants to see if he's recovered from that last fight. Sometimes when you get knocked out, lots of questions inside your head, but Makhachev is in early on the entry to takedown, trying to complete it now and get Wade on his back. Wade keeping the front headlock. Not sure what he's looking for, if he thinks maybe he's got a shot at getting a guillotine choke. Makhachev controlling the right foot of Wade. He's going to try and get all the way to side control. Oh, nice work there from Makhachev. He adjusts. Now going to lace his feet underneath the legs of Wade and look to pop his head out.
Guillotine, the go-to submission for Chris Wade, but Makhachev is out. 3.5 minutes to go in round 1.
Everybody at American Kickboxing Academy really raves about Makhachev, talking about just, you know, Javier Mendez telling me he could be the most well-rounded guy they have in the entire gym. That is a massive compliment. Wade's got to be careful of the armbar here, and he is out. Nice work there from Chris Wade, and now he's on top. Beautiful scramble.
Wade very physical for the weight class. As a collegiate wrestler, had success, Division III all the way up at 174 pounds, two-time collegiate All-American.
Take a look at his right wrist. Makhachev was able to force it through his legs, now set up a triangle, but Wade looking to posture high. He has got to get his head up. Makhachev has got to, he should grab his ankle instead of the toes. He may lose it here. See how he's grabbing at the toes with his right hand. Usually better if you grab at your ankle and pull that in. But again, Wade losing his posture here. Here's where Chris Wade's strength, his physicality comes into play. Sometimes guys very strong and early in the fight can power out of this. But this is gonna get tight.
Makhachev staying committed to the triangle choke here.
He's trying, now he's got his arm under the leg. He's trying to get his left leg further across the back of the neck to really make this tight. Now he's getting there.
Wade trying to soften Makhachev up with strikes. See if that'll loosen up the chokehold.
Good work from Wade, but this is only gonna get tighter, especially if Makhachev can pull down the head and get that left arm of Wade, get the elbow across the belly button. See how Wade's burying that left elbow on the opposite hip there. Really interesting battle here, because sometimes when you look for the triangle for too long, you can exhaust your legs. So I can't tell how hard Makhachev is squeezed with the legs. Now he's let loose of the grip and Wade is free.
And Dan Murgliata acknowledges the toes interlocked in the fence 4 or 5 times now. Makhachev has done that. That has been among the many common themes here tonight in Texas. Just over a minute to go in the round.
Wade spoke specifically about this to me. Emphasis this camp, not staying in guard, looking to pass, get to a position where I can really do legitimate damage and threat with submissions. He feels like in his past fights, he stayed in the guard too often, landing pitter-patter shots, not posturing up, not landing bombs.
Encouraging for Wade defensively to get out of that
huge.
Situation, yeah.
Huge for that scramble, and really spent the majority of the round on top. He's going to go to the stool and be up around now Makhachev.
Well, Wade was very quick to praise Makhachev and the crew of fighters that he comes from, just how tough and gritty they are. He was prepared for a war tonight, and he's getting one.
Well, he gained a ton of experience in that fight with Rustam Khabilov. I mean, that was a very tough fight for him. He had to dig deep, lost the fight by decision, but learned a ton, and we're seeing him reap the benefits of some of those lessons.
And reaping the benefits of being active, already 3rd appearance of 2016 for Chris Wade.
Does not want him to back up whatsoever. And you gotta wonder about the energy of Makhachev in his legs. So I'm shaking him out a little bit in between rounds. When you go for triangles as hard as you can, you squeeze them for too long, it can exhaust your legs.
Yep, and Khabib Nurmagomedov asked him immediately, how are the legs?
Yep.
Now Wade going southpaw here.
Eats a left hand. Oh, runs into another nice left hand. Here's that guillotine from Wade. He's trying to lock it up. Makhachev gets the knee cleared. Good transition by Wade, though. Now back on top and wins another scramble. Boy, he's so strong. Can't tell if he's got it. Okay, good job by Makhachev to let Dan Murgliata know.
Nice job by the referee as well. Just a minute into our 2nd round.
It's a heck of a crank on the neck. Makhachev.
A little fly on the arm of Makhachev.
Oh, and he committed so hard to the choke and the crank that he lost position. Huge opportunity here.
Got to be hard to know when to bail on something like that.
You know, that is typically a low percentage choke. But you never know. I mean, Chris Wade can catch guys with that all the time, and that's why he's so confident in it. But now he's got Makhachev on his back, looking to get that 2nd hook in. But it looks like Wade, again, very nice work. He's winning these key scrambles, and that was key for him. May get swept here, though. And he's reversed again. Beautiful groundwork by both guys.
Wade is a great scrambler, draws high praise for his work in the transition game, and doing it tonight against a very credentialed opponent, and the favorite, Islam Makhachev.
Keep those knees going, Chris.
Chris, you can't hold on to that. You need to either use it to get up or let go of it.
Knees, yes, 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 yes.
Okay, now inside his arm again like you just did. Inside his arm. Inside that arm, Chris. Control that arm.
And you got to give a lot of credit here to Makhachev. He lost the scramble in round 1, ended up on his back the entire time. Here in round 2, he loses a scramble, and he immediately scrambles back and gets dominant position. So really excellent grappling here for Makhachev, who's really trying now to wear down Chris Wade.
We go under 2 minutes in our second round. Very competitive matchup here at lightweight, as we expected.
And this is tough. Makhachev's doing a nice job keeping weight right over the back of the head of Wade. One hook in, gonna look to get the right hook in as well. Excellent job. Look how tight Makhachev is to his body. Now, Wade may have an opportunity if he can kick that hook and spin around, but the underhooks of Makhachev are gonna make it very difficult for Wade to spin and get on top here. Excellent work from Wade. Now we'll see if he can finish this. He's in the entry. He's gonna try knee slide, turn the corner. Oh, beautiful reversal from Makhachev. Just some gorgeous grappling exchanges here in round 2.
Makhachev on the back again now, under a minute to go in the round.
That is high-level scrambling for Makhachev. Beautiful wrestling funk.
Slight edge in top position for Chris Wade.
And much of that, obviously, from round 1, which Wade won clearly. Right now, it looks like round 2 is going to go to Makhachev. Very competitive fight.
And I think playing out the way a lot of people expected, high-level MMA, a lot of scrambling work on the ground.
Wade to try and rip the leg across. See if he can set up the heel hook.
Time's going to expire. FS1 UFC Fight Night is sponsored by Bud Light. Raise one to right now. What a privilege to watch Khabib Nurmagomedov work that Makhachev corner.
Let's go, gentlemen, fight.
And on the other side, Joe Panarello wanting Chris Wade to strike with this guy. Gotta feel like eventually, though, we're gonna be right back where we were to end round 2. Third and final round, Wade is in blue, Makhachev in black.
Now it's really about who's got the energy, who's got the gas. Some high-level grappling both rounds, and really round 2, Makhachev showed some serious skills, maintaining top position, scrambling out of bad positions. Wade could be the more tired of the 2 fighters. He eats a left hand there.
Makhachev not looking to strike with Chris Wade.
I think he feels very comfortable on the ground. Other than round 1 where he lost that key scramble and really got stuck in a bad spot, mostly because he stayed committed to a triangle, I think he feels confident. And he gets the takedown. Wade looking for a switch now with his left arm inside the thigh. But he's got to get his right leg outside of the leg to complete that technique and spin around and take his back.
UFC 204, the UFC's 4th event in Manchester, October 8th. Michael Bisping, first title defense at middleweight against Dan Henderson. UFC 204, October 8th, only on pay-per-view.
Absolutely beautiful work there. Makhachev not accepting the position. Wade looking for another guillotine here.
Action right in front of us. Makhachev doesn't appear to be any.
No, Wade's got to get that. He's got to get a better angle and then get that right leg around the back. He knew he didn't have it, didn't hang on and waste energy. But again, the positional switches, the sweeps, the scrambles in this fight have been really just very fun to watch.
Makhachev has been very efficient in this fight. When he's chosen to strike, he has landed. You see the reversals. 3-2 for Chris Wade, but 4 takedown attempts for Makhachev, and he's landed all of them.
Hops right over to mount. Wade immediately escapes back to half guard. He's got the toes in the fence, which is just a common theme tonight. Not really making a difference. Not like he's using it to switch positions, but trying to keep his head away from the fence. But his half guard's wide open. Let's see if Makhachev looks to get to full mount or side control.
Less than 2.5 minutes now to decide this one. Wade flattened out here.
And you can see Makhachev doing a really nice job keeping both shoulder blades of Chris Wade flat on the mat. When those are flat, there is no escape. Lets him up just for a minute so that he could take his back. Really nice work there from Makhachev. Body locked now, and this is going to be very hard for Wade to shake this here in the 3rd round where he is tired.
Under 2 minutes to go. You are starting to see the fatigue for Chris Wade.
And this body lock just really restricts your breathing. And
right.
Makhachev going to continually look for this choke. Wade doing a nice job defending so far, but he has not been able to shed the body lock yet.
6 wins by submission for Makhachev, 4 of them by way of the choke, 2 rear naked chokes.
I think Makhachev is so tired as well that he really doesn't have it in him to search for the finish or to transition a mount and look to maybe finish him via ground and pound. All these scrambles, all the takedowns in the wrestling, I mean, that'll exhaust anybody. These guys are in great shape, but this has been a very physically strenuous fight.
Wade working hard to try to reverse this thing. He can ill afford to end the fight right here with Makhachev on his back.
No, and now that Makhachev's left foot is out behind his knee, Wade's gonna look to spin inside of this and get on top.
Wade being forced to work so hard here defensively. Trying to turn, Makhachev just won't relent.
No. Again, Wade trying to turn. Makhachev doing an excellent job just maintaining position, landing enough strikes and threatening with the choke, just enough to distract Wade from being able to reverse this position, spin inside of that body lock and get on top.
Wade turning his head to prevent Makhachev from getting under the chin. But it looks like these 2 lightweights will go the distance. And there is the final horn. Makhachev and Chris Wade go the full 15, the official decision coming up next from the Dome.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
Back on December 9th. Nick Lentz in the black trunks, Islam Makhachev is in red. Makhachev lists himself as an orthodox fighter coming out southpaw here tonight, DC.
Yeah, it's because of the wrestling. You know, he fights southpaw to try and set up his takedowns. One of the biggest complaints in the gym is that he doesn't use it enough. Here you see Nick Lentz getting into the tie-up position, but with these Sambo fighters, it's very difficult because of the trips and everything that they can do from being so close to their opponents. I'm trying to speak very low because sometimes I feel like these guys hear us.
It's okay if they hear us. Do you feel like you give them instructions sometimes? I know it's happened before. People have gone, oh yeah, I can do that. Speak your mind, sir.
Maybe not in this one, right?
There you go, Makhachev with a beautiful trip, just like you said.
Yeah, those guys are so good in those positions, and then when they're on top, they're phenomenal grapplers. Lentz needs to get up to his feet right now because the experience will show itself mostly in the stand-up. Once he gets on the ground, these guys have been grappling their entire lives.
Nick Lentz
In the guillotine.
looking to hold on to the head here. Very interesting. This is a strong position for Nick Lentz. Is he under the chin? Does not look like it. He's free. But Nick Lentz is keeping him honest.
7 career wins by submission for Lentz, 2 of them by way of that guillotine.
See him turning, trying to get his body in between the fence so that Nick can't use the fence to get back to his feet.
And Lentz is strong off of his back, but the question is he going to be strong off his back against such an experienced grappler?
And as you said in the walkout, Joe, you know, Nick may not be the biggest guy in this division. He's fighting one of the bigger guys in this division.
Good job right there, elevating and right back up to his feet, almost. Good job of controlling that left leg.
Yeah, controlling that bottom leg. You know, a lot of times in those grappling situations, you got to control the bottom leg. That's why you see guys switching sides to switch the bottom leg. But yeah, great control on the bottom leg to keep a dominant position. Nick Lentz needs to start digging that right underhook, right? Should he not start getting to that right side underhook to start to get back to his feet?
Yeah, he keeps looking to establish full guard. He's got good dexterity in his legs, and you saw him reach over with that right leg. And now he's controlling the wrist here. Interesting to see what he's doing here. Nick Lentz is kind of tricky on the ground, and particularly off of his back. And he had to think coming into this fight that he's going to be spending a lot of time on his back.
Yeah.
Lentz attended the University of Minnesota, where he was a Division I wrestler, state champ in high school.
And he's rotating his hips now, and with Makhachev having that left arm on the outside, see how he's pushing off of the cage here. Good job of using the butterflies too. Nick has a very good butterfly guard, very good at elevating the hips, and at the very least, keeping you from getting offensive from the top position. And he's really limiting the amount of ground and pound that Makhachev gets off, and now he's back up to his feet.
And now he's controlling the underhook, so he'll give himself a chance now to switch his position. He needs to circle to that underhook to try and get his back away from the fence.
And he's
see,
doing
Joe,
that.
this is what I'm talking about.
There he goes.
This is what I'm talking about,
What are
Joe.
you, a genius?
This is my guy. I mean,
Just called it. Oh, look at that. Nice knee, but look at that beautiful trip.
Yeah, another little trip. You got to be
Fantastic
careful
with
in
those
there.
trips.
Just makes it look so easy. Just over a minute to go here, round 1. John Anik, Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier on hand. Good to have you with us for the FS1 UFC 208 prelims. We move over to pay-per-view, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 in the West. You can order it now. Lentz having to work very hard defensively here in round 1. We show you the takedown picture, 2 for 2 for Islam Makhachev so far.
What I like about I'm seeing from Lentz, though, is he's not getting in trouble. He's staying calm, and I like that he's fighting at a very controlled pace. There's no mad scrambles. And again, he's going for that neck again.
Yeah.
Nick Lentz is a very good guillotine. And if Makhachev does not respect that guillotine, he could get caught.
Find himself in some trouble.
Yeah.
But he has to actually just stay patient. He's not panicking.
And Nick it's hard to tell if he's under the chin there.
Short time.
No time.
Yeah. But at least it'll make Makhachev think about it going into the second round. You know, 2 times in this round, caught that move.
Release.
You may not feel like you're in trouble, but don't give him your neck. When you're on top, just control his neck and try to gain some posture to get some damage off on him.
Yeah, it can always happen for anybody. Anybody can get submitted. And if you do not respect your opponent's ability to do that too, you could get surprised, like Juliana Pena and Valentina Shevchenko.
Yep. Another thing, Javier Mendez called for that left high kick at the beginning of this round, and you saw him land 2 nice kicks to start. Nick Lentz, for his part, with a nice right body kick.
Nice combination from Makhachev, keeping Lentz at bay. Lentz tries to close the distance just out of range with that high kick.
Front kick right up the middle. Head
he
kick.
went high.
That's the one Mendez is calling for in the corner.
He disguises those weapons pretty well.
You see the difference, though, huh, Joe, in the size. It's a big guy for this weight division.
How much does he cut?
You know, he's a big guy. You know, he can be up, you know, these Russian guys, they get heavy, man. They can be up 185 at times, you know, and cutting down to 155.
Wow.
But again, Islam here, controlling that inside with the left leg. With the left leg on the inside, allows him to do that inside trip. Nick Lentz is allowing him to control both sides of his body. He's letting him get the left underhook, and he's letting him control his wrist with his right hand. And now once you've got control, you just got to go to your next position, and that's what's happening to Nick.
Dana White Looking for a Fight is back. The new episode available now, free on YouTube as Dana, Matt, and Dean head to Maine. It's Dana White Looking for a Fight Season 2's first episode available now on YouTube. Just over 3 minutes here to go, round 2.
It's been impressive how well Nick has been able to defend himself off his back.
He's doing a phenomenal job. He's got great eyes. Like every time Makhachev tries to posture up and get off his damage, Nick moves a little bit out of the way or makes a little adjustment to make sure he doesn't take the full force of the punch.
And again, there's those strong butterflies that he has.
It elevates him right over the top.
And it makes it very difficult for you to get off any offense.
2.5 minutes here to go in round 2. Control time, no surprise. All the Dagestani Islam Makhachev thus far.
Now he's moving into mount.
You see him here in that three-quarter mount, almost like a KC control. It's one of the things that Leandro Vera really preaches. Three-quarter mount to go to the mount, or just stay in that KC position where you're almost smashing the legs down to get off your damage.
Well, there's a lot of guys who don't like to go to mount anymore, DC, because of these leg lock specialists, because so many leg lockers are so good at attacking when you're in the mount position. And Lentz, again, really strong legs from the bottom.
He's on that neck again.
Yeah, he's got it one more time, but he does not have full guard here. He's only in a half guard position. He lets it go. I mean, to be able to submit a guy like Makhachev, he's going to need both legs wrapped around his body.
Both guys getting away with a fence grab there. Makhachev with a hand, Lentz with the toes. Nice elbow lands.
The one thing Nick's doing a very good job is he's getting that, he's getting the legs on the inside. Every time Islam tries to gain posture to strike, he just elevates him. So it almost deters him from trying to get posture. He's trying to stay close so that he doesn't lose him by trying to get up and get big strikes off. So he's having to stay close.
It's a constant adjusting. It looks like he's trying to secure an arm triangle. He's digging his head into the right armpit of Nick Lentz and putting all that pressure down. And Lentz is trying to get that arm back, but he does not have it right now. And Makhachev is really committed to it. He's going on the opposite side with it, and now he's attacking like the Von Flue choke.
Yeah.
He's pinning his right shoulder down on Nick Lentz. He's got his hands clasped together, and he's putting all his weight on his right shoulder.
That shoulder pressure is so tight. Like, I mean, people don't understand when a guy is in side control and they're really driving that shoulder into the side of your neck, it's very painful. It shouldn't submit you, but it's very, very painful. It affects your breathing. It makes a lot. There you go.
Beautiful,
right into the mount.
Beautiful mount. And taking the back here as well. Only one hook, though. Only one hook. Grabs that right leg to control the position. And now he'll let Nick Lentz try to make the mistake.
Yep.
He's moving to the truck here.
10 seconds.
There you go. You watch Nick Lentz, the veteran that he is, try to get his back to the fence. That eliminates Islam taking full back control and trying to secure a choke.
Stop.
Nick Lentz. Easier said than done, though, trying to get this monster off of you.
Well, they said for him to counter off that high kick. You know, as Makhachev's corner was saying, go with the left high kick. They're saying go 1-2. You've got to hurt this guy. You know, it's very refreshing lately to see how real honest coaches are with their athletes now. Before, in combat fighting, you would see guys, and they wouldn't tell their athletes the truth. They'd say, oh, you're doing fine, especially in boxing. You're winning. You're doing great. Now guys are like, no, you've got to go win this fight, and the only way to do it is to go hurt this guy.
Keep that center. Let's go.
Roger Crawl front and center.
Feint it first. Feint it first. Oi, there we go. Let's go. Slide over. Feint 2 down, 3 up. He's going to run. Up and down. Up and down. Don't chase. He's going to run and try to take you down
That's
again.
a beautiful kick to the body there by Makhachev. That might have hurt him.
It did. That body kick hurt Nick a little bit.
And Makhachev got a little carried away here. Now he finds himself in the clinch.
That's the second time he's grabbed that fence.
Yes. Nick Lentz has scored a takedown in 14 of his 17 UFC fights, none tonight. See if he can get Makhachev
Elevate
down.
the leg,
Wow.
yep. Elevate the inside leg.
Well, he committed to that a little bit too much there.
Yeah.
Even though he's off balance.
Once you step over, they start to elevate that leg. They get on the toe and just start to hop into you and hope that eventually your balance breaks before theirs. I had a teammate on the Olympic team. He used to do this all the time. That was his go-to move. Hop on that toe until eventually he can flip you over.
Makhachev, you see there, 4 for 4 on his takedown attempts thus far.
Well, Nick Lentz's best success has been off of his back, so I'm not sure how disappointed he is to be here. I mean, he has grabbed a hold of that neck a few times, and that's really been his only moments in this fight.
And as you said earlier, he had to figure he was going to spend some time given the matchup on his back tonight, fighting off of it.
But Nick Lentz is a high-level wrestler. You know, you don't anticipate being taken down that many times, even if you think I'll get taken down once or twice. You know, you don't feel like you're going to spend 8, 9, 10 minutes on your back.
When you look at this fight on paper, though, Nick Lentz has never been a big power striker.
Yeah.
So the odds of him knocking Makhachev out standing up are very, very low.
Yeah.
So really the only way I could see him is really winning this fight is catching something.
Makhachev's working on a Kimura here a little bit.
And again, Lentz, interlocking the toes in the fence. That is disallowed. No warning from the referee.
Makhachev stepping over, again, looking to mount. And
notice that he never goes to full mount. You notice how he always keeps that leg inside, standing to a 3/4 mount. Just a little more control. Like you said, Joe, guys are so good at elevating this whenever we do get to the mount. So you want to kind of stay a little bit in more control by controlling the bottom half of the body by staying in that 3/4 mount.
Now, knowing the potential of Makhachev, do you think his performance so far is disappointing?
I think that he should, you know, he could do more. You know, and that has been the knock a little bit. You know, it was, when is he going to have that breakout performance? His UFC debut, he got a submission. The UFC debut, he got a submission, and then he lost the second fight against Martins, and then he got another decision. But he is dominating. You just kind of think that at this level, when a guy has that much potential, try to look for a finish. And here he's finally getting to a position where he can get some big strikes off.
Yeah, landed some real good shots here. He's got the back, hard shots
there
here.
It is.
This could be it. A minute to go. He's got plenty of time to work here from this position. Full back mount.
He is dominating Nick Lentz.
We know Lentz can take some punishment. Top position time, nearly 10 minutes for Makhachev. These strikes starting to soften up Nick Lentz.
Well, Nick Lentz very durable, but this is a terrible place to be. Now at least he's not flattened out anymore, but Makhachev on him.
He's in trouble,
He's gonna smash it across his face. He doesn't have it under the chin, but he's working for it, and Nick Lentz has escaped.
By Nick.
Yeah, he's escaped one of those hooks, and now he's back up to his feet. Nick Lentz is just as durable and as tough as they come.
Yep. He cleared that left hook and was able to reverse his position. Now, again, the Travis Brown position. If Travis is here, he's beating you up on the side of the head, you know?
Yeah, he's caving your head in. Like a rotten cantaloupe.
Another one of those throws.
Yeah, beautiful job and excellent control by Makhachev.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-25, 30-25, and 30-27. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
Was to face Michel Przanic back in September. An injury forced him out of that bout. He returns tonight, and he's opening up southpaw here against Gleison Tebow.
Southpaw versus southpaw always makes things tricky. It just not something that these guys see a lot is other southpaws generally. Obviously, they probably train in camp for each other, but it's still not your general stance that you run into when you're facing a southpaw.
Makhachev spent the entire training camp in Russia, worked with Javier Mendez and the AKA team really exclusively during fight week, but well prepared, of course, under the direction of Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, Khabib's father.
For Makhachev, I think the key is going to be speed. and fluidity. He's got to stay moving. He's got to stay quick, in and out, use his footwork as he's doing here, and he can give Tibau a lot of problems.
I think what's going to be interesting to see who has the advantage. Oh, big left hand. That's it. Wow.
Islam Makhachev.
Out of nowhere, I was about to say, it's going to be interesting to see who has the advantage when it comes to striking. Sets it up with the probing right hand and lands that left hand on the button. Tibau goes down, and Dan Miragliotta recognized that he was stiff. He went down, his legs are up. He's not defending himself. His arms are back. He had no idea what was going on. Good stoppage. Phenomenal left hand by Makhachev. Just picture-perfect punch.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Miragliotta has called a stop to this contest at 57 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Islam Makhachev.
And we are underway. It's Johnson in black, Makhachev out of the southpaw stance in red. And before the pronunciation police gets too excited, we talked to Mr. Johnson this week. His first name is to be pronounced Kajan, so don't shoot the messenger.
Kajan Johnson. Okay, is that what we're doing? All right, we're going Kajan Johnson now. You know, we were talking to his teammate, Olivier Aubin-Mercier, and he said because the team of Makhachev saw that Kajan got tired in his last fight, they're going to try to wear him down. But it's because Kajan was sick in a lot of his fights. This time he's not sick, worked on his cardio. He's been great, and they believe that Islam will get tired trying to wear Kajan out.
Johnson says, I'm an annoying guy to strike with. I counter a lot, and he feels like Makhachev is going to be in on his legs pretty quickly here.
Yeah. Islam is going to try to take him down. You know, he's going to pressure him, going to try to make him work the whole time. It's just his style of fighting. You know, he's one of those guys that is going to pressure you the entire time. There will be no breaks for Kajan Johnson. Now, Islam's very aware of the movement. He goes, this guy is running. You know, this guy backs up. This guy goes places where we don't know exactly how to approach him, but I'm just going to fight my fight and see how it goes. You know, I believe I'm a better fighter, and it'll show itself over the course of 15 minutes.
Was that you trying to mimic Makhachev's accent?
I talk like Islam, yeah.
Okay.
You know, this guy's running. You know, this guy running. This guy not know what he is doing. What is going on, this guy?
Well, while some of our viewers were in commercial break, you were talking about Makhachev in terms of the ceiling as he lands the body kick there. This is as hot a prospect as we have. 15-1, 26 years old. He's won 3 in a row, and you feel like the ceiling could be UFC champion for this guy.
Yeah, this guy's as good as they come, man. I watch him in the gym, and this dude trains. He trains hard. He's very committed and just skillful everywhere. You know, people think that he's known for his grappling. You know, he's a guy that wants to take the fight to the ground, but he's more than willing to stand and strike, as you saw in the last knockout of Gleison Tibau.
And as such, Makhachev, the biggest betting favorite on this fight card tonight. About 2 minutes gone by here, round 1.
You see Johnson, though. This is good for Johnson. This is his type of fight. I know most people want to be away from the side of the octagon. Johnson's okay there. He's okay long as he's moving. You know, not allowing Makhachev to set any traps for him.
Johnson will cover a lot of miles during a 15-minute fight. The cardio has to be on point. As you mentioned, he's healthy and feels like conditioning is not going to be a factor here tonight. Was able to beat Stevie Ray his last time out, despite the fact that his cardio had abandoned him a little bit. Well, UFC 227 will feature 2 title rematches from Los Angeles next Saturday. Main event, newly crowned 2-time champ TJ Dillashaw defends against the former King Cody Garbrandt, also Demetrius Johnson and Henry Cejudo. It is UFC 227, Saturday, August 4th, only on pay-per-view. The action begins with the UFC 227 prelims on FX.
First big engagement there. The reason Kajan's so much on the side of the octagon is because Islam's just cutting them off. Now, this is where he's good at, right? Securing the double leg. And now this guy goes to work. He'll trap his feet. There you see it. Khabib does that. They trap your feet with their legs so that you can't build back up to your knees. Now Islam Makhachev is very comfortable here. He's passing the 3/4 mount. Right there, he's in the 3/4 mount, and he'll start to posture and go to work on Kajan Johnson.
And at least to this point, Johnson preventing the full mount. We'll see if Makhachev tries to transition there. About a minute to go in the round.
He won't even try, John. You see as his right leg is behind the knee?
Yep.
He's trying to keep him in position there with that leg. He does not need to go full mount. He'll take it if it presents itself, but if he's in 3/4, he's fine being there. Now he's got full mount.
Johnson, of course, trying to control posture, perhaps forced to stand up if he can't get one on his own.
He's got to control the posture. You cannot allow these guys to posture up whenever you're in full mount. Pull them down into you or shove down at the knees to try to recover your guard.
Well, Johnson was certainly expectant that he'd get a heavy dose of this tonight. Makhachev trying to set up a submission here, DC.
Yep, and you know, these guys do combat sambo their entire lives, you know, so if you present an opportunity to get a sub, it's over. He'll go get it. There it is. He's got the arm.
And there's the tap.
Another big finish for Islam. Wow. You got to be careful there. Runs the pike right there, switches right to the double. Right as he switches to that double, Cajun Johnson has no out. Islam scoops the legs with his feet. Once he's able to flatten them out, it's over. Goes to the full mount, little bit of ground and pound to get him to open up. He's catching that cross wrist so he can start to get some damage off on Cajun Johnson. Now you're thinking, defend your head, defend your head. Islam steps over the top, attacks armbar. Watch him make this adjustment on the armbar. Once he goes punch here, he'll punch, punch, punch. Then once he goes to the armbar, right here, he doesn't have the angle to finish. Watch, go back up, attack the other hand. Now, once he pushes his right hand through, right hand goes through, left leg over the top. Now, straight arm, you're done. He had him so tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Social has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 43 seconds of the very first round. Calling the winner by submission due to an armbar, Islam Makhachev.
The newcomer, Tsarukyan, running a 4-fight win streak. Islam Makhachev. They touch him up. Tsarukyan in the red, Makhachev in the gray. Tsarukyan's been bowling around fight week with this glint in his eye, and the only other person that I would compare him to about that is actually his teammate, Peter Yan. It's like he knows something that we don't, and we're about to find out what that might be.
Lots of kicks to start with.
Yep.
Trying to maintain that distance between them. Reminding Makhachev that there's a danger if he rushes forward. That spinning back kick's not necessarily on the table against the southpaw, though. What would you say, Paul? You're taking...
Oh, now.
Interesting. Both those guys
Yeah,
just
both guys,
slipped
yeah.
right here in this first round.
Very unfortunate.
Strange. Yeah, I agreed. Unless you can switch your stance and throw it the other side, I wouldn't throw it. It's going to throw you off in a position that's probably going to leave you wide open for a takedown, honestly, because you're going to go to the outside of their body if you miss it.
And give your back. You know,
yeah, exactly.
Even if you land on the midsection, you
Guys,
slide off.
this is significant because Makhachev has never been taken down in his UFC career.
Still hasn't been taken down.
Still hasn't been taken down in his UFC. Correction.
So it's not significant yet, John.
We were talking, John.
Sorry. I thought I was on the cusp of something right here.
Totally kidding.
You know, that's why I never did comedy. It's just timing's always out.
This is good pressure early.
This is a smart idea, though, possibly, to flip the script on Makhachev. Did you pressure him? Well.
But then again, if Tsarukyan's team felt like kicking was the difference in this fight,
Maybe
then
closing distance wasn't the way to go there.
This may be instinct. This may be instinct kicking in.
Makhachev said that although his 4-fight winning streak is impressive, 5 is definitely more impressive, and he'll start making some ambitious call-outs. Oh, lovely slip straight to mount. That is exemplary. What a beautiful sequence. And he's trapped the arm as well.
Yeah,
Tsarukyan's only got his left arm to help defend himself.
Terrible position.
Cries of Islam are ringing around.
Look at those heavy hips. Beautiful butterfly work from Tsarukyan. Really nice work to create the scramble.
He's got to watch his neck.
Goodness.
He's got to watch his neck.
Squared up well, but he's going to get snapped down here.
Or knee in the face. Yep.
Yeah, he blocked that well, though, Tsarukyan did. He's trying to throw his arm to the side to create some space. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Good scramble to top position,
Beautiful
though.
job.
That's pretty lovely, too.
He's got his neck.
What a great battle this is.
Using the cage to try to get a better position on it. He's stepping on the fence to actually prop himself up to get a better angle on this guillotine. But I think he's going to give up on it.
Oh, that's inside.
You know, we did see Makhachev giving his neck up over and over again against Nick Lentz, but not one time did he get caught with something.
And if you're not going to if you're going to be able to avoid Nick Lentz's guillotine, you can be getting out of anybody's guillotine. Because that guy's got a sneaky, fast guillotine.
It is something that we see quite a lot, though. He does leave his neck vulnerable. I mean, obviously, if his defense is so good, then it might be something he's not going to be worried about too much, but that also might leave him overzealous.
Lovely timing there.
And on the canvas, still not counted as a takedown, I don't believe.
I know, I thought we had one there for a second. Well, I have
0 for 3 on the stats at the moment. Oh, look at that! Does that count? No. My goodness, what a scramble.
Man, his wrestling is ridiculous.
Is he going to go far side hook? Oh, nice work by Makhachev to stand up.
They counted that one, Dan. They counted that one officially.
It's significant, John.
Thank you.
Nice work using the butterfly hooks as well to continue moving the scramble along. He did the same thing when he was on the floor on his back as well.
Tsarukyan won the Tiger Muay Thai tryouts in 2018, which got him a year's free training, accommodation and meals. It's a fantastic scheme that they have over in Thailand. A lot of people from all around the world go for that.
Nice, look at that.
That little trip.
Yeah, wrist control again. He pulls the wrist across the midsection to twist the body towards the foot sweep and then blocks the foot.
I like that. I'm stealing that. Thank you, Makhachev.
Yeah, right. If you can get that straight to mount in your next fight.
Hey, listen, give me. let me at least attempt it first, Dan.
Nice dirty boxing from Makhachev. Now we've got some space. Do we see some kicks from Tsarukyan here?
Makhachev also has the least amount of significant strikes absorbed per minute in UFC history.
Timing on the level change with a good sprawl from Makhachev.
Last few seconds in this round. We'll be back with round number 2. Back live in St. Petersburg, round number 2 ahead, and what a contest we have here between Islam Makhachev and Arman Tsarukyan. Brilliant wrestling exchanges, very difficult to even keep up with it. Dan, what were the messages between the corners?
I wasn't really sure, to be honest, John. I was more paying attention to the posture of both the fighters. You know, Makhachev, it's the first time he's been under any kind of real wrestling offensive where he's had to be on the back foot. But he seemed very calm and confident in his corner. The difference here is, you know, how does Tsarukyan approach this second round? Does he continue trying that wrestling offensive, which really they're kind of butting heads against, they're kind of 50-50 in that one? Or does he start to diversify his attack, see a few more kicks that may set up the power hands that we know he's got as well?
I'm just really impressed with his wrestling. I mean, Makhachev is one of the best out there. And he was able to take him down, even if it was for just a split second, but he was able to mix it in and counter his wrestling and flow with him, which is impressive all on its own.
One thing that's evident when you shoot on Makhachev is that you don't get the takedown defended. It gets defended and then you get punished for it by getting stuck in a front headlock.
Yeah, this is some really high-level answering, though, by Tsarukyan, who actually played hockey to a good level, but really did find his North Star with MMA. Wrestling was part of that growing up. But as we see, he does it so very well for mixed martial arts. Went high there.
Doing a good job circling to the close side of Makhachev here, circling to the lead leg, taking away that, throws the back kick. I feel like that would expose his back.
He's got to be careful throwing it, but watch, we say that until he lands it.
Yeah, right.
He's shooting a lot here.
I feel like that entry to the takedown was much more to come up into a clinch position. But he's got to watch that wrist control from Makhachev again. He's going to grab that far side wrist. Now he's blocking it. He's trying to fight that wrist control.
Good knee to the body there from Makhachev, too.
He knows that trip's there now. He's been caught with it one time.
That's probably what he's trying to do as well, is land that right knee, and then switch the side, and that's when he goes with that left foot out and gets that trip. He doesn't have that full wrist control. They're just kind of like playing back and forth with who's controlling that hand right now. He's putting his hand there in that position. He's trying to actually control Makhachev's hand right now.
Cries of Islam ringing around the arena. They have been behind their man all week. Oh, there it is again. So quick. just swipes away the leg, runs the pipe down to the mat, but Tsarukyan does a really good job of getting straight back up.
We may see another contender emerging here in this division, just based on how 50-50 this is. Some wrist control here. You can see Tsarukyan's locked in on a Kimura grip here, but forced to let go of it.
Defense of this kid is ridiculous.
Oh, still on it.
Kimura.
Still on it, still on it.
How insane would that be right now?
Now this is very much a strength-based move, especially when your opponent's wise to what's happening.
But you could potentially use it to just sweep or get some space, force Makhachev to have to defend it, maybe move around, and he can use that to pop back up to his feet.
Or using the butterfly hook as well to control that far side and sweep him over towards the Kimura. Now he lets go of it.
Tsarukyan was looking around for some instruction from his corner. His coach Sergey.
Good luck hearing anything in here right now.
Yeah, he left home from his family to actually move in with his coach.
That is really
years
nice.
ago.
That hip pressure that he uses to slide past the guard. So
back
strong
up to his feet. That's insane. Beautiful job.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Both guys. I mean, the back and forth grappling you're seeing right now. This is when you see wrestling and MMA grappling at its finest. And this, to me, is exciting to watch. You don't know what's going to happen, who's going to end up on top at any different time.
I'm going to put it out there. I don't believe that the Makhachev camp really thought they were going to be in for this level of wrestling.
No, I don't think so either. I think they thought they were going to dominate in that position.
Heading towards the last 30 seconds of this second round now. It's so difficult to score. I mean, one takedown of 7 for Makhachev. Sorry, 2 takedowns of 7 for Makhachev, 1 of 8 for Tsarukyan. I mean, the strikes, 10 ahead for Makhachev, 37 to 27 on total strikes. But, I mean, it still raises thin.
The judges don't see that.
No, very difficult to score this fight.
Last 10 seconds. We're going to have a short break, 30 seconds, and we'll be back with the third and final round. Now looking into the third, and Paul, some great grappling exchanges.
Well, yeah, we were talking about that in the first round. That was a beautiful sweep there. What he does is he controls the wrist, pulls it across your body, and then trips you, outside trip. And he actually, the first round, ended up in mount with that. But we see the counter wrestling from Tsarukyan here is ridiculous. He is battling back. He's getting his own takedowns. He actually was able to take Makhachev down. If you can't get excited about grappling and wrestling based on this, then don't watch.
Herb's not even sending them back to their corner now. They want to start in a 50-50 position, I think.
Who's starting down in this round? Yeah. Oh, nice right hand.
Nice.
What would you say that was, like a Hadouken?
A Hadouken?
Hadouken?
Yeah. I knew it was coming at some point. It had to, right?
I feel like Makhachev's got to make something happen this round.
Wow, that was a really nice little slip over right hand. Oh, kick!
Huge kick there. That must have rattled the chin of Tsarukyan.
And that was something they didn't expect from Makhachev. No. The kicking game.
May only be able to use that kicking credit one time, though. Now Tsarukyan's wise to it. He already reached for that first kick. Although maybe Makhachev's fainting, he's going to go high next.
Let's talk about how in shape these guys are.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a grueling pace. We're in the third round. Neither one really seems to be over-breathing or slowing down that much. I mean, obviously, they're a little fatigued. It's the third round of an MMA fight where there's been a lot of wrestling, but both guys came in shape for this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that Makhachev looked fresher going back to the stool, if I'm honest. But Tsarukyan's recovered very quickly as he tries to set up the shot.
He's having success there on the feet. I think he should have just kept going with that. But like you said earlier, Dan, that could just be his instincts. That's what he's done in his other fights is boom, 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 takedown, double leg, slam a guy down.
You know what? You know when you're watching something that's so high level is when they're making it look like slow motion.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful that this wrestling is almost like it's happening in slow motion, but it's just the finesse in which they're both operating.
Tsarukyan looking over at his corner, checking up at the big screen.
Neither of these fighters have actually seen the scorecards for a loss in their careers, so they've always been favoured.
Oh, nice little elbow off the break there from Tsarukyan.
Tsarukyan, I would, if I was in his corner, tell him not to spin and kick.
No spin.
You're just...
Amazing takedown defense with a
big
nice
knee there
knee
from
as he
Makhachev.
stands. Question is this now starting to fatigue Tsarukyan? Is he
Tsarukyan
starting to slow
slowing down
right?
for sure. And I think Makhachev senses that, gets a big takedown.
See, has Tsarukyan already thrown the kitchen sink at this point?
Look at that leg control. Beautiful binding of the legs there. This is the speciality of this team, really.
What's he getting, Dan?
There's the wrist bar.
What's it
There
called?
The Dagestani handcuff.
Dagestani handcuff, man.
You're on it, Paul. And he's right in his corner as well. We can see Javier Mendez and Khabib's coach in the corner.
Yeah, just under 2 minutes.
There's a lot of knowledge and experience in that corner, right accessible to him.
Makhachev 3-1 on takedowns. It's not for a want of trying, however, by Tsarukyan.
Oh, no, man. We said it when he came out. He didn't seem overwhelmed. He seemed to be enjoying the moment, and he fought like it. He came out here to win. He didn't come out here to be a sacrificial lamb. He came out here to put on a show.
For sure.
And I can't wait to see what's next for the guy if he doesn't win a decision here tonight. But, I mean, he's still in this fight.
You've got to think after a performance like this, he's going to struggle to get a fight in this division. Most guys aren't going to want to deal with someone
I don't want to
fight. We found his next matchup. Driving into the fence is Makhachev, who's going to try and secure another takedown here.
Yeah, you can see the face of Tsarukyan. He's feeling it a little bit. Another takedown.
He's using that butterfly hook, but just
heavy hips.
Yeah, the float of Makhachev just too much. 4-1 now on takedowns for Makhachev.
Ankle lock possibly if Tsarukyan can create some space.
I just don't know if he's got the energy to push Makhachev off enough to get to that leg. He's trying. You just see Makhachev just sitting down on him.
I think his hips are a heavyweight, to be honest. He might be a lightweight, but his hip weight is heavy.
Same with Khabib, man. I'm sure it's the same kind of pressure where you can't, it's something you can't see as somebody watching. You have to grapple with it.
Where there we go
oh
again, lacing the legs. Real sovereignty on the ground from Makhachev. Head pressure and just punching above his head into the face of Tsarukyan. He's doing a great job, but...
So are we going to call those the Dagestani leg irons then?
That's all you, Dan. That's all you.
What a fight.
I'm not stealing that one.
What a fight.
That was a great fight. Really evenly matched.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner.
A lot of Makhachev support in this building. Davi Hamosh trying to mute the Abu Dhabi masses here. Makhachev is in red. Davi Hamosh is in black. Opens with an early kick to the body. Make the switch to Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. More natural, better sports drink. Grab one today at Speedway.
That left high kick is one of Makhachev's best weapons. He lands it very well, especially on a southpaw. It's going to be there.
Makhachev, former combat sambo world and European champion, really has plus skills everywhere, though, if you watch the film. Outstanding jab, good in the clinch. Opportunistic submission game, knockout power. But Hamosh, as soon as he had accomplished that goal in 2015, as he there's the first takedown attempt on Hamosh. But Hamosh in 2015 immediately shifted his focus to the UFC, and he is off to a 4-1 start in the big show. Hamosh has worked so hard to try to close that gap between his grappling and his striking. Said he can't be the UFC champion with just jiu-jitsu, but certainly got hands and he has power.
I'd like to see Ramos use similar tactics as Fajeda. I mean, he can throw whatever he wants because a lot of people don't want to take him down. So keep the offense high, keep the pressure high. That'll shut down the kicks of Makhachev, and then look for your takedown or have Makhachev take him down.
Thirteenth pro fight for Ramos. He has never been finished as an MMA pro. And he's trained a lot in Russia, so very comfortable with this Abu Dhabi backdrop tonight. Is that a breeze? I just felt that can't be a breeze.
That was from the left hand that just landed from Makhachev right there. That's what you felt. That was fast and it was hard and it hit right on the button. And the longer Ramos waits on Makhachev, it's going to be a long night for him. He needs to be first and he needs to not be waiting to counter.
Crowd chanting for Islam Makhachev.
That's one thing that Ramos does do is he's got very good counter ability. So when you fire, he'll throw a 3-4 piece combination. But a lot of times he's just waiting. And so is Makhachev. And that's what we're seeing right now. They're waiting on one another, looking to counter each other.
Makhachev to the body, then retreats.
So far, it's been one strike at a time from these guys, and combinations really step things up and make things a little different.
Side leg kick for Makhachev. Ramos counters.
You see, once you touch him, Ramos throws almost every single time. But if you don't go first, he almost waits. But you touch him and he'll go right away. And now Makhachev mixing in the fakes. And that'll offset the counters of Ramos. Excuse me.
Ramos keeping that guard high. Crowd sort of waiting with bated breath for that Makhachev land. Coming up on 30 seconds to go here in round one. Ramos unofficially just 2 for 20 on his strike attempts thus far.
Together in the first round, the guys haven't thrown 20 strikes yet, really. Or about 50 total, so 25 each, excuse me. But the offense has been very low, and they're really just waiting on one another, looking to counter each other. Counter versus counter.
Yep. Ramos appeared to land a right hand partially a moment ago. Fighting to continue his ascent by turning back Davi Ramos. Makhachev, the slightly busier and more effective striker in round one. Here's round two.
And I love Ramos' corner saying you got to be first. I couldn't agree more. He's got to quit waiting and just go, let his hands go and be first.
Ramos immediately counters with a flurry after Makhachev landed high.
He almost waits on you to go before he goes. It's like give one, take one, give one, take one. And if Ramos just is the first to go, things might change up.
Looked like Ramos was in a pretty good position to get a takedown, but not against someone like Makhachev. Makhachev absolutely deadly in that clinch setting. About a minute gone by here in round two. Makhachev lands to the body. So both fighters have attempted just one takedown through the first nearly 7 minutes. Makhachev starting to press forward, working off that jab out of the southpaw stance.
And we said it in the earlier fight where if you get two strikers, in the very first fight of the night, if you get two strikers, a lot of times you see them grapple each other because they don't want to go against each other's strengths. And what we're seeing here is what it looks like two grapplers that don't want to go into each other's strengths, and so they're having a striking match. And it's just the way it goes sometimes. Neither of them wants to give an inch, and so they end up just not doing too much. Nice counter by Makhachev. And now Makhachev's getting off a little bit, being first a little bit more. Oh! Nice jab by Ramos, and he's got power, and that's why he likes to wait. If he connects, he knows he can knock you out. Very patient.
Makhachev seemed to recover with immediacy, but a moment there for Ramos. And there's that Ramos jab again, keeping Makhachev honest. Beautiful handwork there by Makhachev. So when you're preparing for a fellow counter striker, I'd imagine you're expectant that you might get into some of these scenarios where there's a lot of feeling out, a little bit of a staring contest at times.
Yeah, that's right. And what you can do in those situations is feint. You double up on the feints, and then the counter's not there because they can't tell if you're faking or being offensive. And the fakes aren't there for these guys, so that's what's happening.
Makhachev landed a big right hand a moment ago while backing up. Ramos a little bit bloodied now. Oh, big knee from Makhachev.
Makhachev is just getting ahead on the big strikes landed by far. I mean, it looks like it's touched Ramos' nose. Looking a little red. No cuts yet. I don't know. I can't see a cut yet, but I think the nose is busted for sure. Ramos is just waiting a little too much. He needs to be first, and that would really help him out. It's same as Fajeda. Fajeda fought this style as well and just waited. It would be tough against his opponent, Taisimov. But he went first all the time, and it kept Taisimov on his heels, and that's what Ramos could do to make a little difference. But he's waiting on Makhachev, and he's getting off first.
And Islam starting to put it all together now, landing nearly 60% of his total strikes, mixing it up well.
And I didn't think Islam would really go for takedowns. I figured he would keep this fight on the feet, and that's what we've seen pretty much so far.
Ramos presses forward. You wonder how he'll manage wrist down the stretch in the third round if we get there. Final 10 of round 2 now. Good round for the Russian. Now we'll see what the Brazilian Ramos can do over these final 5 minutes.
Oh, he gets him with the knee, and he hurts him
Huge
bad.
knee. Ramos trying to recover. Oh, big punches.
Huge punches landing. These guys are going after it right now. Makhachev wants that finish, and Ramos is able to get himself a little bit together, get the overhooks, buy himself some time. That's what that lock on his legs are doing. He's trying to get himself back together.
And now, even though a bit compromised, we are on the ground where Davi Ramos doesn't mind being.
Yeah, and it was a big knee in the clinch that lands when Ramos was moving forward. That hurt him. And keeping Ramos' head up against the fence is a real smart tactic because of the way it's hard to move your hips there. And he can't use armbar techniques or triangle techniques. It really shuts things down to a minimum here, where Makhachev has him.
Makhachev's cardio outstanding. Certainly been very accurate with these ground strikes thus far.
Islam pressuring his hips, keeping very tight. Almost looks like he's got himself back together, though.
Fight fans, you at a UFC fight party or planning to attend a fight soon? Well, gear up with all things UFC, available now at UFCstore.com. From customized walkout hoodies to memorabilia, special promotions are happening now. Shop now at UFCstore.com. Makhachev staying active, continuing to work on Davi Hamosh here on the ground. 2.5 minutes now to go in this third and final round.
If you're ever going to be on the ground with Hamosh, you're going to want to keep his head up against the fence, just like Makhachev's doing. Smart game plan. Keep him parallel with the fence. He can't move his hips, can't really dig underhooks. And Hamosh is good with staying on his back and not getting to his feet right here. So Islam's happy to oblige.
3 times Hamosh has been warned for interlocking his toes or fingers in the fence.
Good pressure by Islam, keeping the legs out of the equation. And right here, this is a nice way to go for an armbar here. He tries to get the balance off, but the fence being there just really changes things. Plus, it's so slippery and hot, so they're so sweaty. Very hard to get arm bars, especially in the last minute and a half after the damage that's been inflicted.
Right. But it shows you how confident Makhachev is, more than willing to engage Hamosh in this realm at this stage of the fight. You certainly know about Makhachev's ground credentials.
I think when he's chose to do it is the key.
Exactly.
It's really smart that he waited till this third round. And right here, almost using his knees to get in the, now he's got his legs in there. Creating some space, getting away from the fence would really help him, I think.
Appreciative crowd for these two warriors as we hit the final minute of the fight. Co-main event to follow. Crowd once again vocal in its support of Islam Makhachev. And you got to think if he wins tonight, likely to draw somebody else in that lightweight top 15.
And what's so different about this fight scenario than a jiu-jitsu match is the fence. I mean, you can't move your hips. There's no space to create sweep scenarios. There's no he's looking for arm bars from here, but because the fence is behind, he can't really move the way he wants to create the sweep scenarios as well. So just really limits you when your head's there.
Some conversation was going on there, not sure exactly what. Final seconds of the fight. Islam Makhachev looking to put the finishing touches on what would be his 7th UFC win in 8 tries. Outstanding effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-27, 30-26, and 30-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
Can cash as a -455 favorite tonight. Drew Dober is a +340 underdog against Makhachev. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Makhachev out of the southpaw stance in red, fellow southpaw Dober in blue.
That is a massive line, John. I wouldn't have even expected that.
That's a crazy line.
Because Drew Dober has been that good for this long.
I think Drew Dober's the most underrated guy in the sport.
How about that?
I really do. When I watch this guy strike, I mean, he's world-class talent on his feet.
Only man to beat him, dating all the way back to 2016, Beneil Dariush.
I think he's had some inconsistent performances like that. Like, look at that low kick. I mean, Drew Dober is nasty.
No doubt.
A lot of what Islam does is from the clinch. He does a really good job of playing with your feet, tripping you, throwing you all the sambo, in tight judo. Very aware of the left hand of Dober. Beautiful single there by Makhachev. Yes,
that's big.
Single. That was beautiful. Straight single leg, lifted the leg, took Drew Dober back in the opposite direction. Very high level wrestling there by Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, that is big because Drew has very good takedown defense. So the fact that Islam was able to take him down the first attempt, that's huge.
And very quickly, right? Very easily.
Yeah.
Didn't get defended, wasn't extended takedown finish. Was able to get the takedown on the first chance. And when I'm talking about a great grappler, people talk about the strength of Khabib. Islam Makhachev is right there with him.
So a good sign early for Makhachev. Dober seemed to be in a decent position to defend, but he was no match for that first takedown attempt of Islam Makhachev.
Now let's see what Drew Dober's plan is. He had to know coming into this fight he was going to get taken down, or at least there was going to be some attempts. What has he done to figure out how to get up? And he's got the lockdown on the one leg, on the left leg of Makhachev, so he's holding him in this position, but he does not have the underhook on the same side. He wants to get the underhook on that right side in order to get up or sweep. But he's feeling the pressure of a real elite grappler on top of him right now.
And the difference is that he was able to take him down in the middle of the octagon. So Dober can't find the octagon side to try to use it to get back to his feet.
And Dober has to figure out what he's going to do here to try to get back up. Is he going to try to instigate a scramble and wind up in an even worse position? Is he going to try to explode during the transitions? Like as Makhachev moves out of the half guard and tries to get to mount or side control, is Drew going to explode? And is he going to expose himself while he does that?
See, Drew's got him in the lockdown, which limits the damage, but it doesn't allow you.
But not anymore.
Yes. Now look, see, it goes back to it, Joe, because it doesn't allow you to advance, but you're not really getting away when you're in that position.
And now Islam moves him out. This is terrible for Drew now.
The moment Drew let go of that lockdown, right, you noticed it. You said not anymore, and now Islam's in the mount.
Yeah, Drew's in deep water here. He got him back to half guard. Now he's scrambling. Now he's scrambling.
Good job, my friend. I liked it. Yes, sir.
But he's still in deep doo-doo here. I mean, he's just holding on, and Makhachev is completely controlling him.
Well, he's not allowing him to get off of his back. Look, he's got Drew Dober flat the whole time.
Yeah.
Dober needs to try to find a way to a hip or something.
Look at that beautiful knee to belly side control now. I love that pass. That pass is so smooth and kept all of his weight on the front of Drew Dober's body, on the top half.
It sure looked like it.
Yeah, it sure was.
It looked like he just punched him right between the legs.
Yeah, he certainly did. I think he said sorry.
Drew said it's a nut shot.
And I think Islam said sorry. Look at that. Right back to mount. Oh, now he takes the back. Oh, Drew's up. Drew's up.
Oh, he's got to be
Oh,
careful.
lost it. Wow, that was his opportunity. Man, that's some high-level grappling right there. Look at that slide.
Right back to side control.
That slide through control. He might get crucifixed here.
You got to be very careful here.
Yeah, he's going to get crucifixed. He's going to pin that arm in between his legs. Now he went to the back again.
Notice how he continues to grab the wrist. He takes the left wrist of Dober.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that roll. Oh, Drew's in trouble. He's in big trouble.
Oh, he still got it, but
he's going to break his arm.
Drew's okay here.
Oh, my God.
Now he's not.
Barely okay.
Now he's going to be in trouble here.
He's going to switch to a leg. If he can't get that arm, he's going to switch to that leg. Now Drew's on top. Man.
That was a slick transition there to that arm bar.
Man, some serious grappling by Makhachev. But what we saw was the reason why so many people are so high on this young man.
Well, Dober did a great job of getting his hips over to the opposite side right away. If he would have stayed on that near side, he would have found himself in even more trouble.
All rounds begin on the feet. Dober trying to find a home for that patented left hand. No surprise, Javier Mendez and Khabib Nurmagomedov want Makhachev to pursue another takedown. There's a single leg shot.
But now Drew Dober's arms are going to be gassed out. It's going to be really hard for him to get off those punches, and I think he's going to be more reluctant to throw kicks. Now he knows how strong.
Look at that.
His
See that?
grappling
It's all the
is.
trips.
Yeah,
It's all the
beautiful.
trips when they get you along the side of the octagon, right? Drew Dober was able to defend the initial takedown, defend the shot off the leg, lifted the underhook, put him back against the fence, and then went to the inside-out trip. Great job by Islam.
He's got Elliot Marshall screaming out grappling instructions to him to try to help him here, but the problem is the level difference is so high.
Well, he's better off right now because he's by the octagon, right? He can try to use it as a barrier to get back to his feet.
Watch your fingers in the eyes, Aslan.
Dober trying to get up on a hip. Shape your legend at EA Sports UFC 4. Get up to 50% off for a limited time on Xbox One and PS4.
Dober tried to post up on that right arm, and Islam just snatched it up. And now he's got a better situation.
Yep.
He's close, but Makhachev's got his hands clasped underneath Dober's hips. And if Dober does get up, he's likely going to go for a ride.
Well, he's going to try to step over the legs and then try to figure four those two legs as Dober's against the side of the octagon.
That's the Khabib special.
We are through 7 minutes, and perhaps you see why Makhachev is among the most avoided guys in this division. Having his way with Drew Dober thus far tonight.
Stay busy, guys.
And if you're Dober, maybe you hope you can cause enough inaction to result in a stand-up, but most elite referees will let you work here.
Drew Dober at this point is just exhausted by the continuous pressure and just the elite high-level grappling of Islam. He's just so good.
You know what, one of the main issues, Joe, is when you fight a guy that's such a fantastic grappler, right? It's not only the physical damage that they do to you, but the mental, right? Because you think, I've trained so hard for this. And then you go, I've done so many get-ups, I've escaped so many times, but it doesn't seem to be working. And that's discouraging. That starts to play on your mind, and then you accept being on your back with these guys on top of you, and it only gets worse as the fight goes on.
And then you hope, okay, I survive this round and I'll be stood up at the beginning of the third round, and that's the chance. But by then, his arms are gassed out, and Makhachev's just been controlling him completely.
And then you find yourself right back here, right? And then the round starts, and you get put back there again. And then all those memories of the round before creep right back into your head, and you're almost at a loss. But it's something to be said about, multiple times I've heard you guys say this. You train for a certain guy with a lot of different people, but it's never that guy.
That guy.
Until you feel that guy and you realize, wow, this is much different than what I intended it to be.
But you got to recognize, too, this guy survived Davi Ramos, right? Davi Ramos is one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the sport, and Makhachev had no problems with it.
That was a close, yeah, you know, Davi Ramos is insane. Took the fight on short notice.
Yes.
It probably was the best fight against Islam for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
That speaks to how good Davi Ramos is.
But it also speaks to how good Islam is.
Yes.
Because Davi Ramos is an Abu Dhabi world champion.
And Islam was able to grapple with him, take him down, and win the fight.
That's what's great. Oh, my God.
Crushing elbows there from Makhachev.
elbows.
Putting the finishing touches on what can only be described as a 10-8 round.
Yeah. And round one could have been it. You know, round one could have been 10-8. You know, I'm not certain, but this one feels more like a 10-8 round for Makhachev.
Dober having to work awfully hard defensively here.
Time.
And in all likelihood, we'll need a finish in round 3. And Danny, we're going to look back at.
And he also
last round, boys. Here we go.
Deep in the hole, 2 rounds, and he's got to finish this fight.
He's got to let it all fly. Dober's got to start throwing left hands with reckless abandon at this point.
All right, round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. That's just the 7th strike landed by Dober tonight. Too easy.
Dober looked like he almost pulled guard there, right?
Almost looked like he was
bear hugged. Yep, he was getting bear hugged. Islam started to lace the leg on the inside. He was able to bear hug him back to his back.
There's a thing that happens that you see even in training when a guy just continues to just dominate someone. They sort of accept it.
Yes. Well, we've seen this with Habib on multiple occasions where
Habib takes him down, takes him down, he takes him down. Then eventually, as his career went longer, you saw him securing finishes, right? Because the pressure, the dominance became so apparent that the opponents couldn't handle it. And right now you're seeing that with Islam Makhachev against Drew Dober, who is extremely tough.
And Drew is trying to get that Kimura. One thing it might be able to do for him is open up space where he can get back up to his feet if he's got the
Stay off the
energy.
spine, Islam. Stay off the spine.
I would rather shoot that butterfly than not.
He's trying real hard with this Kimura and he loses it.
Seems like we've seen a change in strategy for Dober, trying to get offensive here off of his back.
Look at the shoulder pressure, though. Look at Dober's face.
Islam Makhachev submits Drew Dober.
Wow.
Wow. Just that shoulder pressure. I was just saying, look at the shoulder pressure.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Tione's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 37 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle, Islam Makhachev.
It's been a huge 8 days for the UFC's lightweight division. Big win for Dustin Poirier last Saturday night. And we will see who emerges out of this one. The -700 favorite Islam Makhachev, or the +500 dog Thiago Moises. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Moises in white, Makhachev out of the southpaw stance in black.
One thing to watch from Moises is the right high kick, and there it is. First one of the night. Very powerful, fast, no wind up. It's a very, very good weapon.
Yeah, really strong kicking game out of Thiago Moises. And look, returned from Makhachev.
You know, last time out, Moises looked really good against Hernandez. Alexander Hernandez, good striker, very, very well-rounded, young and hungry. Moises was just too much for him, predominantly on the feet all night long. But you see, look at this. Islam is cutting off the cage. He's got him backed up against the fence already. So that means that when he shoots, he can't sprawl. He's got nowhere to go. He can't back off. He's cutting off the cage perfectly. See that? He goes to the left, he goes to the left. He goes right, he goes right. You've got to mirror him. Keep him there. And then when the time's right, make no mistake, he's going to shoot.
Makhachev touches the inside of that lead leg of Moises. Thiago very compact. Moises is an excellent counter striker. Might have to lead the dance a little bit tonight.
Oy, some power behind that one.
Makhachev was quick to acknowledge the strength of schedule of Thiago Moises, but he said respectfully, I don't believe he's on my level. This is a guy that I need to finish to continue my ascent. First clinch situation here.
Interesting that Thiago decides to go in for the body lock and press Islam up against the fence.
Well, Thiago was biting on every single one of his feints. Every time Islam would move, he was like kind of reacting with his head and his body movement. So I think the anxiety was getting to him. He was like, hold on, let me just grab you.
Yeah.
Slow this down a minute. Let me reassess. You know, because it is stressful in there. You know, high-level scenario, main event, obviously, you know, the consequences are high.
2.5 minutes have gone by in round one. A little bit of a measured start on both sides. Pretty good body kick from Makhachev.
Yeah, he's definitely got Thiago second-guessing himself in there.
Stinging left from Makhachev.
Nice hands. He's feinting the takedown. What I think he needs to do is wait for Thiago to throw the kick, and as the kick's coming back, that's the best time to shoot, because he can't come on to necessarily an uppercut because the feet aren't there, and obviously can't come on a knee because one leg's in the air. Excellently defended, pushed the head down, turned the corner. Thiago does a good job of backing up Islam.
Right in the corner of Makhachev.
You hear Habib there just constantly giving instructions.
Makhachev has landed several knees to the body of Moises. Coming up on a minute to go here in the round.
There it is, nicely done.
So it took just under 4 minutes for Makhachev to secure his first takedown. We'll see what he can do with it.
1 minute. 1 minuto. Pé esquerdo no quadril. Vamos fugir. Bota o knee shield. Isso aí.
Nice work from Moises to get back to his guard at least. Stay much safer here.
Olha só, 45, vamos deixar
Islam has no problem with this. He'll stay here, work some ground and pound.
You know, from a guard position, ground and pound's great. Obviously, you've got to be careful of the submissions, but you can do a lot of damage from the guard.
Fecha quadril. 30 segundos, tá?
Seems to be a size difference between these two as well.
I thought that immediately.
Se a mão dele for pro chão, você consegue. Pode ir, vai. Tava pensando certo.
Looks like maybe a cut on the bridge of the nose of Thiago Moises, if I'm not mistaken.
Isso, empurra, isso, barrigada dá uma cotovelada. Barrigada pra trás.
Elbow from Moises off of his back. That is the end of round 1.
You want to win a fight, and you want to do it without taking damage and have a long, healthy career. So yeah, you know, there was almost no resistance when he actually fully went for the takedown, as Mendes said. Go for it a little sooner, please.
Deixa ele chegar.
Because to his point, you know, small gloves, 4 ounce, one wrong shot in the wrong spot, right on the chin, it can turn anyone's lights off. You know, you can say, I've got the best chin and he doesn't hit hard. No. Mixed martial arts, come on, there's full of surprises.
Moises has landed just 6 of his 18 significant strike attempts. Makhachev, by the way, historically, he ate a right hand there, but as hard to hit as any fighter in UFC history.
Joga chute na cabeça depois daquele cruzado. Isso. No meio do boxe, Aquele cruzado que você deu, chuta na cabeça depois. Nada, Paulo. Vamos fazer andar pra trás, Thiago.
Nice body kick, yeah.
The hands of Islam, though, they look sharp when he lets them go. Good combinations. Works the body well.
Não deixa ele dar o passo lá dentro.
See the cut there under the left eye of Thiago.
Vamos queimar lá direito. Olha só, vamos soltar, vamos. Sai do clinch, vamos sair desse clinch. Sai do clinch. Controla o bíceps e vamos sair. Talvez uma joelhada. Atenção no ultimato.
Wish I could understand that Brazilian Portuguese right now as Pahupa instructs his pupil, Thiago Moises. Just
what about
over
the
3 minutes.
Dagestani?
I don't understand any of it. My English comprehension is getting worse these days, too.
Here it is. Oh, interesting.
Pops to the side. Nice work there from Moises, but...
Yeah, look at this.
He's going to shake him off. Nice work there from Makhachev.
And I think this was the type of fight a lot of people are hoping to see. The grappling exchanges.
Immediately reverse his position. Look at that, look how calm he is. He's just nodding away to his corner, but not even a fast nod. It's like, yes, brother,
I got it.
no problem.
Brother.
It's fascinating to watch the control and how calm he is in the middle of such a high-pressure fist fight.
2 minutos.
Thiago's doing the right thing here. You just got to stay calm, don't panic. One wrong move can be the end of the fight. We see here, we know what Islam's trying to do. He's trying to wrap up that neck, trying to get the hooks in, take the neck home with him.
I mean, both guys really showing lots of composure for their first main event. Thiago Moises.
Yeah, you see the way Thiago has the knee up right by the elbow. That means there's no gap there to get the hook in, so he's defending that well. But he's got the wrist control. He keeps trying to get that hook in.
Yeah, smart defense here from Moises. not rushing to get up and make a big mistake, because if he stands up too fast, Makhachev will take the back for sure.
I was just going to say, whilst it's great to have the wrist control and eliminate one of the arms, it stops Makhachev from landing any shots with it. If you're controlling the wrist, you can't punch with it at the same time. So we let it go there in favor of doing some damage, because if you start hitting the head and doing some damage, then they're going to stop thinking about defending the hook, and they're going to think about defending the face, and that's when openings appear.
1 minute here to go, round 2. If you're Moises, Mike, you still content to just bide time here or what?
I mean, listen, there's 54 seconds left in this round. At this point here, you've got to be really careful. You can't make any rash decisions. You know, just defend this position, get to the end of this round, and then reassess in between rounds and come with something different in the third round.
Yeah, I agree. If this is 3 rounds from now or 2 rounds from now or even this following round, you've got to have a sense of urgency, because, you know, Islam Makhachev is obviously in control and you'd be unable to win the fight without a finish. But not getting submitted right now is probably first thing on Moises' mind right now. All right, just let's get through this round. I'm getting control. And he had moments there where he knows he can take him down, but can he do anything with it is really the issue.
Yeah, right now you're not thinking offense. You're thinking, get him off my back.
Yeah, please.
That right hand bounced Moises' head on the canvas. He gets him mounted late in the round.
Just the way he transitions. Look at this.
Late armbar attempt at the gun. Dominant second stanza for Islam Makhachev. Daniel Cormier has long said Islam Makhachev has every bit of talent as Khabib Nurmagomedov, perhaps not as athletically gifted, but still just 29 years of age, 19-1.
And, you know, I got to say, I saw a look of defeat in the eyes of Thiago as he went back to his corner, because he's a very high-level grappler, and he's getting beaten at his own game. He's getting taken down. He's losing position. You know, he went for an armbar at the end of the round. He was defending a rear naked choke for a large period as well. And when that's your strong suit, and you're getting dominated in that, it does send the message to think, man, how do I win this fight? And what he has to do is take some risks. He has to go forward. He has to let the hands and the kicks go. The problem is, when you do that against a high-level takedown guy, you leave openings for them. So it's just so hard to know what to do.
Pretty good body kick there from Thiago Moises, but it's one and done. Goes high there, grazes the left arm of Makhachev.
Oh, nice check hook.
How about the speed with that right hand of Makhachev?
That's not a bad idea for Moises to throw the head kicks. If you throw in the head kick, generally you've got to block it. If you're blocking, you're not throwing a punch and you're not shooting takedowns.
This is where I'd like to see Islam. There we go. I was going to say, let his hands go. You've got Thiago Moises up against the fence. You can either take him down or let your hands and kicks go and try to get a big shot.
Good combination by Makhachev. Moises showing off his toughness. Great to have you with us for UFC Fight Night tonight. You're watching the main event. Islam Makhachev, Thiago Moises, John Anik, Paul Felder, Michael Bisping, and Heidi Androl with you from the UFC Apex here in Las Vegas.
3 minutes.
Thiago Moises trying to rally here after a tough second round. Nice dexterity there by Makhachev to stay upright.
Yeah, listen, Moises having a better third round for sure. You know, he's yet to hit the canvas.
Oh, wow.
I'm right as I say that, but look at that. Bounces right back up. You know, and he's initiating these clinch sequences. You know, he believes he can take him down. And that's what you got to do. You got to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, Moises is a little short on a lot of his shots when they are out at the open. He seems to be having trouble closing that distance and landing his shots, especially when Makhachev is just stepping back and landing that check hook so well.
Oh, that would have been nice if he got that beautiful foot sweep attempt.
Couple nice body shots from Moises. Those knees have been there for Makhachev. 2 minutes to go, round 3. Certainly a luxury for Makhachev to hear the every word of his chief corner, Khabib.
And that was textbook takedown defense there. You push down on the head, you square your hips up to them, and then you turn off the fence. Perfect work by Islam.
He's got great timing on those knees.
Uh-huh. I was just about to say, he's got to go for it. He's got to do something. He's got the position. You know, he was waiting for the perfect time. And listen, when that time came, he put him down, so fair play.
Nice scramble.
As we said on the walk, he was going to work heel hooks and leg locks. Here's the first attempt. And he does have to be careful here. As we know, these are very dangerous attacks.
And Islam glanced over the corner as if he was looking for Khabib to talk him through the sequence defensively.
That's a smart move right there.
Yep. That's what you do. Punch them in the face, they forget about the foot.
Just doesn't have the angle right now. He has no leverage. You see Islam sliding it out. Going for a toe hold.
He's not going to be able to get
Just
that.
trying to crank on anything, I think, at this point, is Moises. Figures, I'll try to hurt you any way I can. If I can weaken that knee going into the fourth.
He's like, this doesn't look like it's supposed to bend that way, so I'll just push it that way.
Yeah.
Final 10 minutes. Thiago Moises has landed just 11 significant strikes thus far. Useful inside leg kick for the Brazilian.
Yeah, that's not a bad strategy. And he needs to circle off the fence. He's not moving enough. He's allowing himself to get backed up every time. And then, look, completely static. No lateral movement, no side to side, no circular footwork.
Oh, look at that time.
And what's that going to do? You're a sitting duck waiting to be taken down.
Oh, wow.
You have to move.
That quick defensive movement to throw up that triangle from Moises was impressive. Because you saw Islam wanted to slam him down.
So Moises finds himself in familiar territory here, working off of his back a minute into round 4.
Yeah, now he has 4 minutes to work as well. The last couple of rounds when he got him down, there wasn't long left in the round. Now he's got a significant amount of time.
And every second of experience gained by Moises in this type of matchup will serve him well as he continues his career. 26 years old, still has a chance to rally tonight, of course, but you're seeing signs of the Makhachev suffocation.
Oh, good elbow there.
That's nice. I'd like to see more of that. You know, he's got a great spotlight here. He's clearly got the skills to dominate his opponents. Let's go for it. Let's turn the pressure on. Let's try and get this finish.
Yeah, it feels like pick your poison. Like, pick your poison with this guy. Everywhere you turn, there's danger.
Yep.
Yeah, he even looks really good on his feet tonight as well.
I feel like right now he's got so much control. He's got one wrist isolated, and that right hand is almost free to just tee off in quick succession. Just keep going for it. Keep pounding him like that, and opportunities will present themselves.
Oh, is he under the neck?
He's going for something.
I can't see. He's got it.
Wow! How about it? Islam Makhachev gets the finish he so desired and submits Thiago Moises in his first main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 38 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Islam Makhachev.
5 on the money line tonight. Islam Makhachev, the -525 betting favorite. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Jimmy John's. Hooker is in black. Islam Makhachev out of the southpaw stance in white.
Now, Dan Hooker has fantastic knees up the middle. So for Makhachev to change levels and try to get the Hooker, he has to be very patient, very careful, because Dan, for as fantastic a striker as he is, can really pick you apart with those knees.
And he's so relaxed with them. You don't know that they're coming. He doesn't step in. He just kind of waits and counters beautifully with them. But Islam has some striking as well. If he can establish some good boxing, oh, there it is.
Beautiful little hook right into the double leg takedown. Now he's got Dan Hooker on his back. He's going to start to use his legs to maneuver Dan.
Big Bad Bill and John Poppy have been putting Hooker through the paces in Las Vegas over the last 4 weeks. See how it goes for him, having been grounded less than a minute into this one.
You know, the problem with that, right? And this is why guys like Khabib, guys like Hamzat and Islam, yeah, you've been putting through the ringer for 4 weeks.
Until you feel one of them.
Guys have been doing it their whole lives.
Yeah, and well, you know, it's hard whenever you have a guy that has a level of grappling that you cannot feel unless you have multiple people in there. That's a problem, because that one guy is so good at that one specific thing, you're just stuck under him.
Yeah.
Now we saw the referee here, Daniel Movahedi, have a very quick trigger earlier with Vina Janjidoba and Amanda Hebos on the ground. Perhaps he'll give Islam more time to work.
Well, I was saying Dan Hooker's doing the right thing. He's trying to keep Islam close, not allow him to advance position. Before he was almost locking down Islam's leg, but now Islam's starting to clear the right leg.
He's got to watch his arm.
He's attacking Kimura, right, Paul?
Yep. He's trying to get that wrist. Dan knows it. He's getting close.
Yeah, he's starting to attack that now.
Now he's inside control.
Yeah, Dan's in trouble. Dan's in trouble. Dan's in trouble.
Dan's
he's stepping overhead here. Oh, Dan's got his hands locked. Oh, he's in trouble. Oh, my goodness.
Islam Makhachev submits Dan Hooker in round 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Kimura submission comes officially 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Round number 1, your winner from Makhachev, Russia, Islam Makhachev.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it clean. Touch gloves and let's do it.
No touch. The confidence of Bobby Green does not look like somebody who's one of the bigger underdogs in a UFC main event. At around plus 500. Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev, perhaps more confident in his own ability to get a UFC belt than anybody else, and that's saying something. This fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
Islam coming out with a big head kick.
I was going to say, there's the difference. Islam isn't just a wrestler. He's a well-rounded fighter for sure. You know, Bobby Green was talking this week. He takes a lot of confidence from the fact that he was able to beat Jacob Volkman. Of course, that was his UFC debut way back in 2013. But he said Volkman was one of the best wrestlers that I ever fought, and I took care of him. If I can take care of him, I can take care of Islam. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but still, I like the confidence.
A lot of fan support out there on the side of Bobby Green for the body of work. And now his 43rd fight that comes 2 weeks after he opened the pay-per-view against Nasrat Haqparast in Houston a couple of weeks ago. And we've said a lot about what's next for Islam Makhachev if he were to get a victory. For Bobby Green, all of a sudden, he's in the top 5, you would think, after pulling off a victory, or certainly top 10 and right in the mix.
See, the thing is, Bobby's last fight against Nasrat, he could let the hands go in these kind of positions.
Right.
Because there was not really a threat of the takedown. Right now, he's got to be very strategic as to when he lets the hands go. Because not only will Islam shoot, it is the speed of the shot.
Yeah.
Look at how he took down Dan Hooker. There we go.
Makhachev now attacking.
Hey, control the wrist. Leg up if you need to. Repummel, control the wrist. Good. Control the wrist.
Looking for a trip.
Yeah, try for the foot sweep.
Green
That's the other
passing the
thing.
test to keep the feet early.
So far, but Islam will be relentless.
I mean, he is relentless.
Locked,
And he's
hands are locked.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, Green went guillotine, which means
Nice
going
elbow.
down. Let's see how he tries to escape now. Makhachev suffocating on top.
He's very close to mounting him here. And this is a terrible position now for Bobby. I mean, Islam is smothering on top. He gives no space to breathe. Heavy downward pressure. Feels like a lead blanket on top of you. And now, of course, he's going to get a position and just rain down with blows to set up a submission.
Bobby Green trying to sneak out underneath here. He's got to be careful.
Halfway through the first round.
Islam, if he
Makhachev
wants, is probably just going to push that leg down.
Yep.
Sorry, Brendan.
Oh, you're right.
See, because Bobby needs to be on his left shoulder when he's on that side of half guard, not flat on his back or on his right shoulder. Oh, watch the Kimura, just like he got Dan Hooker. Full mount.
Right pound and pound for Makhachev.
Bobby's going to try and build the base.
Oh, he's got him flattened out almost. Green is on the hip, and he's trying to pick a direction. It's kind of pick your poison at this point. Green's covering up, Makhachev swinging away.
Yeah, he's trying to escape, but I think this is going to be it.
Referee's going to step in.
That's going to do it. Wow! Islam Makhachev delivers. It's 10 straight wins. It's another finish in the first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 23 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Islam Makhachev.
Okay, fighters have gone over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from you, Blue. There were no final questions from you, Red. If you want to touch gloves, come out now. Ready to fight.
Mixed martial arts at its finest. Two of the best in a division ubiquitously regarded as the best in the sport. Islam Makhachev, the -195 betting favorite to become a first-time UFC champion against the credentialed Charles do Bronx Oliveira, who is +165. Oliveira in yellow, Makhachev in red. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Timex. Shop the full collection on Timex.com. Use code UFC280 for 20% off today and tomorrow.
Expect Oliveira to go forward.
Islam with a big left hand early.
It looked like he hurt him.
Nothing we haven't seen before, though.
Oh, you know Charles will get stunned, but keep fighting. The pressure of Oliveira. Oliveira takes him to the ground here. Now, Makhachev said he would take him down here. Not many people are willing to play this game with Charles Oliveira. Islam said he is not afraid. But do Bronx, as expected, starts to throw up submissions right away.
Oliveira's already been cut open for what it's worth.
Islam really trying to make sure he gets either both arms in or out here. Nice job.
Nice elbow from Oliveira off his back.
Oliveira's ground game is so good, he immediately puts you on the defensive.
Makhachev working inside that tight closed guard of Oliveira. And it's not just the submissions, Paul, when we talk about that active guard of Charles Oliveira.
He will elbow you down there. He will elbow you. He will just keep swiveling those hips. He will threaten submissions and try to do damage from the bottom. But Islam already avoided that first triangle attempt, landed a big left hand to start things off. Makhachev, this is where he wants to be. Charles invited him down.
Yeah, he did. Oliveira put himself in a position that Makhachev said he wanted to be. But as you see there, Oliveira with the active guard. Makhachev passes the half guard. Charles is going deep half sweep here.
Trying to get up. Nice job there from Oliveira. Look for the knees of Oliveira in the clinch. Very dangerous.
Great job there by Du Bronx. Getting back to his feet, using that leg lock attempt to get himself back up. Now he's got Makhachev pressed against the side of the octagon.
Right in the corner of Makhachev.
Herzog using his Brazilian Portuguese to tell Charles Oliveira that his hand off the top of the octagon and now taken down.
Nice step through there by Makhachev. That wizard kick we talked about earlier.
And we said how important that would be, right, DC? So he doesn't have to shoot low. He doesn't have to put his neck into a vulnerable place against Oliveira.
But the speed at which that happened. Earlier we saw a couple labored wizard kicks. You got to attack that if you're going to try it. Now let's see what Oliveira does, his approach as he's on his back again.
Under 2 minutes here to go, round one. Khabib shouting instructions right there to his brother Makhachev.
And you see Islam move Charles towards the corner where he can take the instructions. If Charles Oliveira stays here, it's because he wants to be here. He has so many skills off of his back to try to change the position. Islam stacking him. Got to make sure the hips are covered. You cannot allow someone as good as Dubronx to get his hips off to his side. You got to keep him square.
And pushing him up against the cage is a smart approach. Because he can't move as much. He's got his head pressed in there. He can feel every motion coming from those hips. He knows what's happening. He knows if he's trying to swivel for an armbar or a submission attempt at all.
And this doesn't deter Charles Oliveira. If you remember, Kevin Lee had a lot of success in round one on the ground against Dubronx. So he will make the same attacks as the fight goes on.
Strong example right there coming down the stretch of round one. Jason Herzog, you can assure, will give them plenty of time to work here in these situations.
Yeah, these guys wanted to be down here. Charles invited him down, and Islam gracefully came down with him. Oh, big shots.
That's something you don't want. You don't want to just continuously be stuck under Islam Makhachev. He's too good here. His base is so strong.
Makhachev keeping that elbow on the chin of Oliveira, now tries to posture up. Charles swivels the hip. Look to land an up kick.
He's down.
Round one done. All right, back to the live action. Round two of a possible 5. Charles Oliveira's corner looking for more output here at the outset of round 2.
Second round, fight you ready. Fight you ready. Fight.
Kind of feels like Khabib wants this one even more than his own championship wins. Investment doesn't even begin to describe it when it comes to Makhachev's career and his involvement. Oh, another nice stick there by Makhachev early round 2.
Oliveira right back on the pressure. Oliveira's corner said they want him to go. Front kick to the face. Don't allow Makhachev to get close.
Charles trying to get his own takedown.
Look for Islam to try the inside trip to take Oliveira down. As he's in close, he will take that left leg inside to try to sweep him to his back. You know, this is something that is a little bit overlooked with Oliveira. When you're in tight, he just is jamming these into your body. It may not look like it's doing much damage, but it really wears on his opponents as the fights go on.
Yeah. But Makhachev has double underhooks here.
And he's got to try to manipulate Oliveira to take him down. Charles Oliveira, you cannot take down with singles because he's so dangerous at jumping on your neck. You got to try to trip him to knock him down.
We're about 6.5 minutes in, and DC, despite the obvious skill sets in Oliveira's history, you kind of expected a longer fight tonight.
And a harder fight for both guys because of the matchup.
Good knee to the body there a moment ago from Charles Oliveira. Now back to the center of the octagon, under 3.5 in the round.
And as the fight goes longer, Oliveira will gain confidence, but Makhachev is a good striker. I know he's not known for it, but he has tremendous stand-up skills.
Islam doing just fine on his feet, though, so far in this fight.
Yeah, but the longer he does that, the more Charles Oliveira feels good. Defending takedowns. And in that action there against the side of the octagon. You saw that Du Bronx recognize this. Maybe this is not a fight that I want to be taking guard. Right? He's defended and stayed upright opposed to going to his back.
Pretty good combination by Makhachev there, partially blocked by Oliveira.
Head kick for Makhachev.
Yeah, again, the guard raised for Oliveira, but still a rattle.
You could see Oliveira just slightly hesitant, knowing that Makhachev is always going to try to close that distance if we stand too long, and he doesn't like what he's seeing.
Charles is just not as reckless as he normally is when he's chasing guys down. I think he's just aware of the takedowns coming in his direction.
I think Oliveira would do...
Knockdown for Makhachev! Right into the left guard.
He's got to watch the arm triangle here. If Makhachev can pass the guard, he's got the arm triangle. Oh, this is
Islam Makhachev submits Charles Oliveira to win the title! Wow! What a way to stamp yourself the best in the world! Makhachev submits the greatest finisher in UFC history, the belt en route to Dagestan!
Wow. Makhachev was able to hurt Oliveira so many times on the feet. We talked all about his wrestling, the sambo, the jiu-jitsu, but it was the strikes that led to all of this. He was able to knock Oliveira down, and then once he had him hurt and had him just questioning himself for a second, he locks up this arm triangle. And like DC talked about, as soon as he even clears the leg, look, Oliveira's already tapping. That's the squeeze and the pressure that Islam Makhachev has. And you know what's funny, too? You could see Khabib could barely contain the smile, even for the walkout for Islam.
Amazing moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 16 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by submission due to a head and arm choke, and new undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
To stop, you stop. If you want to touch gloves, now's the time. God bless.
The tension, the buzz, both palpable. This is one of those sporting events that you will likely remember acutely where you were exactly when it went down. Deafening inside the RAC arena. As our mega fight gets underway, Alexander Volkanovski is in the green with gold. Islam Makhachev in the black and gold. Here we go.
See this movement, this is key for Volkanovski. But can he continue doing it for 25 minutes without Islam forcing a clinch situation?
The striking weapons I like for Islam from the stance are that back leg, that teep kick up the middle. We've seen that land on Volkanovski versus Ortega. Obviously, the left hand are two of the biggest weapons, the backhand and the back leg, but it's that teep kick up the middle and the knees, the tie clinch of Makhachev. That's what you got to keep a lookout. Those are big weapons for him against a shorter man in Volkanovski.
Now Makhachev opens to the body and lands.
It's worth pointing out that even though clearly Islam is the taller guy, it's actually Volkanovski with the slight 1-inch reach advantage. So that will help him in the striking department. See how smoothly Volk switched to the stance there. And he believes that that's key. To overload the mind of Makhachev, to keep him guessing, to confuse him. There's set entries and set combinations when you're striking or you're taking somebody down based upon the way that they stand. Volkanovski believes if he continues to switch, it's going to confuse Makhachev.
Pretty good entry there by Volkanovski.
Big stick with a left hand by Volkanovski. We're going to start seeing some of those shots soon, I have a feeling.
That's going to give Volk a lot of confidence.
Oh, I think he verbalized "let's go" right after he landed.
Let's go indeed. This crowd is ridiculous. Volk's got to be careful. He can't overcommit. He can't swing and get reckless.
One of the things that Volkanovski said is that Makhachev won't take a lot of risks. He's going to be very safe, and we're seeing that early.
Well, Makhachev's waiting. He can't wait too long. Of course, Volkanovski, to prepare for this fight, has been working with a jiu-jitsu legend, Craig Jones. Makhachev says on the flip side that that is totally pointless. He says jiu-jitsu is not going to help him when it comes to this situation.
Well, hard to imagine that Islam Makhachev has experienced a fight atmosphere like this. And Volkanovski.
Don't hit the floor with one knee.
And they both sat each other down now. Nice knee from Makhachev.
Now this is it. This is the real fight here.
That's not where you want to be if you're Volkanovski. This is the position where Makhachev can stall out the whole round if he wants to. Stay here and just grind the clock out and not let go of Volkanovski.
So Volkanovski was confident because of the lower stature, the lower center of gravity. Stepping up in weight, he said he feels like a brick wall. He said he's twice as strong as ever. And he's confident he will not hit the canvas. Let's see.
He's on the hands, and that's what's keeping Makhachev from being able to do a whole lot. Good job by Volkanovski to stay on the hand fight here. That's what's key, staying on those hands. Oh! Beautiful takedown to the follow-up. Beautiful job. So Makhachev 1 for 1 as he is able to get Volkanovski down.
And that is what makes Islam Makhachev.
Oh, look how he squeezed in the back leg. That back leg in between Volkanovski and the fence was the key to this position. He slipped it in, and now you see he's got that right hook on Volkanovski, separating Volkanovski from the fence. That's what's going to allow him to keep this position till the end of the round. Volkanovski told us after the Brian Ortega fight he essentially feels unchokeable given the way he was able to escape.
Well, he doesn't have a neck.
We will find out. This is the man that we'll find out from.
Well, this is a face crank or a neck crank. Extremely painful. And he wouldn't be the only Dagestani to have this kind of submission in a high-profile fight.
You see just how calm, cool, and collected, composed Islam Makhachev stays while offensive here late in the round. And that's one of his gifts, Anik, is that he knows where to rest as well. It's not a complete rest, but it's a working rest you're seeing, so he's not using any energy.
And for Volkanovski on the same thing, take your time. There's 5 seconds.
What a way to start the mega fight. This corner came brought to you by Prime Hydration, the fastest growing beverage in history.
Yes, buddy!
Well, if you're looking to hear that corner audio, tonight is probably not the night. Now, the key of why that left hand got in for Volkanovski is in the middle of being a conventional fighter, he switched stance to land the right hook left straight. That stance switch is hard to read in the pocket, and that's what Volkanovski does so well.
You see Volkanovski here not moving quite as much now, happy to kind of stand in front of his opponent. Trying to find the range, find the right time to enter.
Volkanovski like a bat out of hell when he enters. Unable to land much of consequence there. Makhachev attacks the body. Volkanovski out of range with the right hand. Good body work. The body work for Volkanovski will be key.
That's nice!
Beautiful wrestling.
I mean,
unbelievable.
Incredible work. I mean, he ate a shot, no doubt a little dazed. In the madness, grabs hold of a single leg, turns it into a takedown. That is what you're dealing with Habib, with Islam Makhachev and that entire team, and people with that style.
Volkanovski expeditiously back to his feet after that takedown. Makhachev 2 for 2 thus far.
And this is where Makhachev can win the fight. If he could stay here and do this for 5 rounds, might not be the most fun thing in the world, but it's just how you grind somebody out. This is how you be a specialist in grappling. Not a lot of people has ever done this to Volkanovski in any way. Nice.
Where's there? Look at Volkanovski. Gets back to the feet and lands a huge knee. And this was the question. If he gets taken down, can he get back up? The answer is yes, he can.
Looked like Makhachev landed a nice knee to the body a moment ago. Under 3 minutes now in round 2.
And now it's Volkanovski forcing the takedown.
And he's really showing just how strong he is. He really is. I mean, he's able to twist that position right up and turn it into a 50-50 position. Let's see if he gets his arms out of there. Yep, and gets to space.
Well, he's fighting fire with fire. You've got to be offensive. Is that okay? 2 can play that game, my friend.
Subtle stance switches now for Volkanovski.
He's got to be aware that the fence is right behind him. Pushing forward, that's nice. Takes the center of the octagon, just out of range.
Under 2 minutes here to go in what has been a competitive round 2.
Incredibly competitive. Volkanovski getting the better of these exchanges.
Big thing I've noticed is you haven't seen any jabs land for Volkanovski, and that's his, counter left hand over the top.
And there's the power that Islam spoke about.
Oh, now a knee from Makhachev. Volkanovski momentarily retreats.
Remember, when Islam became the lightweight champ, it was because he knocked down Charles Oliveira, not because he took him down.
Oh, nice jab from Makhachev, and now a left hand. So Makhachev starting to find the range here late round 2.
That left hand is the same left hand Justin Tafa landed on Parker Porter, right over the top of the right hand of Volkanovski. Same punch.
Good leg kick for Volkanovski under a minute to go in the round.
Yeah, Islam's on the hunt now. Being way more aggressive.
And that's 2 drops to 1 for Makhachev so far in the stand-up round.
Well, you felt like he had a point to prove in that department. Not that he was going to strictly fight there, but...
And this is where he's so strong in this tie clinch as well. Volkanovski working through it, getting in the hand fighting,
look at
doing
this.
the right things.
It's Volk going for the takedown there. He thought about a single leg, thought about a double.
He's got to get on the legs in order to stop that tie clinch, because you can't let Makhachev have his hips back to throw those knees. So you see him getting in on the groin, grabbing that high crotch area of Makhachev so he can keep his hips on the fence. And you're seeing just how strong he is.
I mean, this is a very competitive fight.
As advertised, through 10 minutes. Third round of a possible 5. Volkanovski's in the green. Islam Makhachev in black. You might have caught Eugene Behrman telling Volk, can't give him any control time.
And Volkanovski saying that he didn't feel strong. He asked him several times, Eugene said to Volk, is he strong? He's like, nah, he's not strong. Very interesting.
Oh, nice kick. And those kicks right there, I mean, it's a basic kick, but he's in a southpaw stance, and he's always switching Volkanovski, so it can slip in here and there.
Makhachev realizing a lot of success on the feet. Ate a big right hand there, though.
You have to wonder about the mindset of both men. I think coming into this one, Volkanovski, without question, realized he had a very tough opponent, that this was going to be an insanely hard night at the office. Did Islam think that? Did he expect Volkanovski to give this much of a fight? You know, to be able to stop the takedowns, to get back to his feet, to wobble him with shots? Because if he didn't, this might start to demoralize him a little bit.
I think he probably did, but he certainly called his shot, right, for his first title defense. He wanted Volk, wanted him here on the road. Certainly the fight has appeared to be more competitive than the betting line at the outset.
It's a nice kick.
That kick's been landing all night, and that sets up that left hand.
think what's most interesting to me is how the pace is not insane. We always see Makhachev outpace people. Volkanovski's been able to kind of slow the pace down a little bit of Makhachev, and vice versa also.
Well, he's got his respect. He's hurt Makhachev on a couple of occasions with the power. So therefore, you know, he's being careful on the entries. He knows taking him down isn't as easy as his other opponents as well. So therefore, he's got to be calculated.
Beautiful inside leg kick for Volkanovski, trying to follow it up with the right hand, just missed. But you are right in terms of the energy expenditure, the risk reward for Makhachev.
It's usually a much higher pace from both these guys. They have really stifled each other's pace.
And I said this leading into this fight.
Beautiful transition.
If it becomes a fight like this, where they're clearly very evenly matched, it comes down to who's in the better shape. You know, obviously we can see here, they're very evenly matched on the feet. Volkanovski has the antidote to the wrestling and the submission attacks. But who's going to tire first? Because when somebody starts to tire, the other man will take over and ultimately win the fight. Listen to this crowd.
Beautiful defense. You notice Volkanovski isn't letting that top leg, that top hook, hold him up against the fence since that first round. And that's really what's keeping him alive in these grappling situations.
Couple of big cracks from Volkanovski, under 2 minutes now in round 3.
Unleashed big time.
Makhachev has landed 54% of his significant strike attempts, 39% for Volkanovski. Slightly more volume from the challenger.
Ooh, nice left hand.
Very nice counter.
Makhachev has been sharper in the striking in this fight so far, 100%.
Without question, Dom, he's definitely found the range. He's definitely landed on the chin when he sees an opening. One shot gets it done.
And on the other end, Volkanovski's grappling defense has been very, very good. That's why we're still seeing a stand-up fight here. And we haven't seen anybody challenge Makhachev, make him stand up, and now we're seeing it.
No. Makhachev has gone through everybody and made it look easy. Pure domination, even against Charles Oliveira.
Volkanovski has been cut open on the forehead or so, it appears.
Nice. Oh. Kind of a stumble from Islam, but it doesn't matter. Hit the ground all the same.
So overhand left to a trip for Volkanovski on that one. And he's really picking up the pace now.
Wow. Almost.
Great takedown defense by Makhachev to stay upright late in the round. Waning seconds of round 3 of a possible 5. Have you ever heard a crowd like this? Round 4 brought to you by Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0, the official electric trimmer of UFC. Visit manscaped.com now.
The biggest weapon of Volkanovski is his output and his energy and his cardio. It really is. I mean, he's outworking everybody that he's fought, and right now that's what's keeping him in this fight, is his energy levels have not gone down. He's keeping the pace.
6th consecutive fight in which Volkanovski has fought at least into a 4th round. Only once before against Thiago Moises has Makhachev fought into a 4th round. He has never hit a 5th round in his MMA career.
And I think the southpaw stance and the length of Makhachev is really causing a problem for Volkanovski in the stand-up for sure.
And that's
Sorry, Bisping. It's just hard for him to land his jab. That's generally how he gets off, and he hasn't been able to land his jab in this fight.
Of course, because it's dangerous getting in the pocket against Islam, but Islam connected there. I gotta say, we're in round 4. Islam, if he wants to hang on to that belt, he needs to step on the gas. More output, I mean, essentially from both men. But this is a close fight.
It's okay. Let's go.
What do the scoring numbers say, John?
Well, total strikes advantage Makhachev. Same can be said for the significant strikes in which he leads 44-36. Close fight.
Yep.
3 takedowns, of course, for Makhachev. None yet on 2 attempts for Volkanovski. Nice right-hand counter, acknowledged by Volk.
Oh, that's how you time a takedown.
Yeah,
amazing work. And not against the fence, and I can't stress enough what an advantage that is for Islam. And you see, look, Volk straight away going for it. And look at the way he took the back. I mean, come on, you have to appreciate that. That was like a ninja, like a python wrapping itself, coiling around this victim.
And it did look like perhaps a momentary loss of discipline for Volkanovski, maybe engaging in some verbal stuff with the Makhachev corner. And now Islam has control of the body.
That's why you got to be 100% focused the entire time.
And the worst part is Volkanovski needs that lock on the other side, and it's blocked by the fence. So it's very hard to get out of this because Volkanovski needs that foot that's up in the air on the other side of his body to get out of this body triangle. And he can't flip over because the fence is blocking him. So he's probably stuck here for the rest of the round.
More than likely, Doc. I'd agree with that. Now, Volkanovski's smiling and grinning. He's playing up to the cameras and whatnot. But he's in a losing position right now.
And honestly, he would have a better chance if the lock wasn't up against the fence like that. But being there is perfect. And that's what Makhachev does so differently is he cuts you off from the fence so you can't use it to stand up because they're so good at the wall walking stuff. And they're so good at using the fence offensively and defensively. They have so many reps that they know how to keep you from using it.
Under 2 minutes here to go in round 4. We'll see if Volkanovski somehow can escape.
Keep the fingers out. Keep the fingers out. Keep the fingers out. Keep the fingers out.
There's a possibility that Islam, if he can shift it, the weight over to the other side, he can switch to an arm bar.
He doesn't want to. He can nullify the whole round and not move and never have to get out of this.
Yeah, but he wants to finish the fight. Volk's talking to him.
I think he'd rather stay here than risk letting go of Volkanovski, to be honest. This is a very powerful position to burn the clock and take no damage if you're Makhachev. And now you won the round this way. It's ground control, 4 minutes. I mean, nobody's done that.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Towards the end of the round, you can switch to an armbar, and if you don't get it, oh, well, you've controlled him most of the round anyway. However, Volk doing a great job defending the choke. Not an easy thing to do. I mean, on paper, yes, control the hands, fight the wrist, etc., etc. But against somebody like Islam Makhachev, not easy at all.
Well, none of the hand fighting works unless you deal with that body triangle. And the body triangle can't be dealt with until that lock is on the floor. So the #1 problem is stopped by the fence. You can't get the lock where he needs it because of the fence. And that's why Volkanovski's so frustrated.
I was just about to say, he can't allow himself to get frustrated or to let this thunderous crowd influence his movements, because one little mistake and he loses this fight. Look at that! Amazing.
Even if this fight doesn't get finished, I think we're going to see it again for some reason. This is definitely going to happen again.
Look at this.
Here as we hit this 5th and final round.
Yes, there's a very good chance of that. However, they are close rounds. Volk is in the fight, and to your point, the cardio is ridiculous. At the end of that round, he was in Islam's face. Not sure what he said, but we got one more round, and it's still anybody's fight.
First time Islam Makhachev has realized the 5th round in his mixed martial arts career. Beautiful connection with the left hand for the champ.
And that's the timing that we spoke of before.
And those are huge shots. I mean, they might not seem like much, but that's what's keeping Volkanovski in check. Those shots that land, because they're hard and powerful.
Nice low leg kick for Volkanovski. You know he's going to go for it here in this 5th and final round. Ooh, nice knee by Makhachev, and now a left hand.
The knees and the teep kicks were going to be key.
He walked right onto that knee, but I tell you what, Volkanovski took it well. Only took a step backwards. But again, the timing of Islam. You know, we talk about his wrestling all the time. The striking tonight has been phenomenal. It's clean.
Well, the efficiency in every realm of the game, Michael, is exceptional, right?
Correct.
53% of his significant strikes have landed, under 4 now to go.
Ooh, oh, those knees. So smart. Cut him on that one, and that's what wins fights, are cuts. We know that because damage is how you win the decisions.
Damaging
according
moments,
to the judges.
to be sure. And that's a pretty significant cut now to the left of the left eye of Volkanovski.
His striking, Makhachev's striking, this is the best it's looked, and it's because he's been forced to strike. Nobody's been able to keep it on the feet, but you're seeing how good he is now.
Nice. But look at this.
Beautiful
look at
scramble.
that. I mean, that is, in itself, so impressive.
To decide the UFC Lightweight Championship.
Volkanovski breaks the clinch and immediately goes on the attack. But as we said, the timing, it is sniper-like from Makhachev.
I mean, think of the pace of a lot of these guys in 3 rounds. They just went 5, and neither of them were breathing hard.
Again, the entry was perfect, but the counter-grappling from Volkanovski.
He's got to step over that back ankle. See that? The left ankle of Makhachev, he needs to step on that in order to turn the corner. And Makhachev knows that, so they're in the battle. But we've got to see Volkanovski get around that back foot that he's grabbing. See how he stepped over it? Now that he stepped over it, he's good. Volkanovski's over that back foot, now he's okay. There we go, and that pushed him to the single. Great job by Volkanovski, perfect defense.
Crowd pops as Volk gets back to his feet. 2 minutes to go.
Those little details are so clutch, ladies and gentlemen. That stepping over the ankle changed everything. Now Volkanovski's back on the feet, getting to damage.
Yeah, it was Volkanovski with their body lock, and again straight to it. Cannot take him down.
Wow.
Well, he's trying, eating shots, getting kneed in the face, not taking a backward step, pushing the pace the entire time, meeting Islam head on, and there, almost.
What a response defensively by Makhachev, and we better laud his cardio too, right?
Yes.
And we're seeing Makhachev check the clock. Volkanovski heading him off on the pressure. Typical. Nice left hand.
Massive right hand.
And he hurts him.
Sits him down. The biggest moment of the fight.
And this is one of his best positions. He loves the ground and pound here. Watch for arm bars from Makhachev.
The entire stadium is on their feet.
Volkanovski said, I can't wait till I see this man break. I'm going to break him like I've done everybody else with my cardio. And what you're seeing is not a break, but you're seeing Volkanovski use his cardio to make this an even fight as he can. His cardio is a huge weapon. He's non-stop.
25 seconds remain.
Makhachev with guard closed, eyeing the clock.
Wow.
Last attempt from Volkanovski, trying to steal the victory, trying to seal the deal, become a 2-weight division champion.
Whoa. Awesome ending to a fight. That's how you end a fight.
What a fight! 25 minutes between Islam Makhachev and Alexander Volkanovski.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Okay, gents, you understand the rules you're fighting. Listen to me at all times, keep yourself protected. If I say stop, you stop. Want to touch gloves, do it now. God bless.
God bless.
Here we go.
Something like it. Alexander Volkanovski and Islam Makhachev at 2, 8 months after their classic in Perth, Western Australia. And with that, the UFC Lightweight Championship is underway. Volkanovski is in the green, Makhachev in the black and gold, befitting a champion. Inside leg kick early for Makhachev.
Expect Islam to be a little more measured. I think the idea that he was going to finish Volkanovski made him start a little faster than he normally does. Volk said that he wants to get out of here quick. He feels like he can fight 25 minutes if he needs to, but he would prefer to be in and out.
Volkanovski has proven to be a master at making in-fight adjustments, and his appetite for doing that strategically in training and in fight.
Fight
it's
IQ,
unprecedented,
man.
Yeah.
Fight IQ at another level, Jay.
Head kick got home, or so it appeared for Makhachev.
Islam had a lot of success with his left kick in that first fight. That was the first shot.
Yeah, you heard Volk say, right away.
Volkanovski's defensive wrestling was a big factor in that first fight. But Makhachev's striking defense was outstanding.
This is smart for Makhachev. Getting in there, making Volkanovski scramble, because that's where someone gets tired.
Yeah,
right? They can
true.
stand and trade, but when you wrestle, when you make them scramble and in those transitions is when you can fatigue a guy. Volk did a great job of changing the position, and now he has Islam pushed against the octagon side.
Volk looking for some trips here, too, up against the fence.
I'm watching, Alex. Concentrate on the fight. He's on your wrist. He's on your wrist.
Ooh. Oh, that's setting me up the middle there from Islam. Oh, Makhachev's so strong with that tie clinch.
And he came having trouble shaking that off.
Just the strength of Makhachev was giving Volkanovski problems, but Volk did the right thing by leading with his hips to try to kill that tie clinch.
Yeah, it's almost good to even just level change into a shot, because some blood in there somewhere, guys.
Makhachev has landed some really good kicks this round.
Yes, he has. Volkanovski has yet to land a significant strike on 3 attempts. Big connection by Makhachev, shaken off by Volk. Well, I suppose if any fighter could weaponize pace and cardio without a training camp, it would be Volkanovski, but that does figure to be a tough proposition. Oh! Kick from Makhachev! Huge moment in round 1! That'll do it! And still, and with style points, Islam Makhachev is the man! Tonight belongs to the Russian.
I mean, and Islam set this up beautifully. He was going to the body. He went to the inside leg kick as well. And that right hand is up high. It's in the right place. He just goes right over top of it. Bam! Right off the temple. Splits the eyebrow open. And Volkanovski did his best to even try to get back in here, but just eating these hammer fists. Unreal performance. Oof. Look at that. And there's nothing else to be said.
Well, it's hard to watch Volk here digest this defeat shortly thereafter. Nice job by Mark Goddard on the stoppage, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Giving you instructions, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, let's fight.
Woo. I mean, man, my voice was fine, but then I get nervous when I see 2 dudes I like fight, and then I lose my voice. It's crazy.
Sold out inside Prudential Center tonight. gate north of 7 million to witness this championship fight. Islam Makhachev.
Sir, are you ready?
And Dustin
Sir,
Poirier.
you ready? Fight.
First gentleman to don the gold gloves in a title fight in UFC history. Poirier in the multicolored shorts. Islam Makhachev in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
I like seeing Dustin trying to go to that outside calf kick. That would limit the movement of Makhachev. That kick will be available because Islam is southpaw like Dustin.
Makhachev opens with a front kick. Poirier
Oh, good left hand over the top by Makhachev. Oh, he shoots.
Oh, beautiful takedown by Islam.
Got him down quick.
Wow, did Makhachev make it look easy early?
That was a beautiful single leg. Step to the middle, was able to get Dustin's hips off the octagon side and put him to his back. It looked like Islam might have hurt Dustin with a punch there, and Dustin kind of settled in to start striking, but then Islam changed levels on him.
So the Makhachev fight IQ and skill set on display just a minute into this title fight.
He's just such a complete fighter, and his ability to stand is it's such an added element.
Yes.
You know, we're used to grapplers, but not a grappler can hurt you so badly standing up. He hurts everybody.
And that's like the thing that's happening with Makhachev as he's going on his latest run. He's finishing people.
Yes.
From Drew Dober to Dan Hooker to, I mean, everybody. He's been Charles Oliveira, Alexander Volkanovski. He's been finishing guys lately.
11 career wins by submission for Islam Makhachev coming in tonight.
Oh, not good. He's going Kimura. Oh, it's bad.
Already tight. Oh, it's tight.
He's already got it locked up. Oh, Dustin's going to roll out of it.
Dustin's got to be careful with his back. Yeah.
Back.
So Poirier escapes the Kimura attempt, but now in the body lock, under 3 minutes to go, round one.
That was a great transition there by Makhachev, man. It looked like he lost that. Dustin did a real good job of recognizing.
Makhachev has been cut somehow next to that left eye.
If I'm Dustin Poirier, I am keeping those hands up around my ear to make sure that I don't get choked. Forget trying to punch him down there. Just protect yourself. Don't give any submission opportunities.
Islam has such a python squeeze. He's so good at isolating guys, controlling them, and securing submissions. Dustin's got to be careful of that right arm now.
Yeah, he's got to be careful there. Poirier's got to be careful.
He's covering his mouth. He's every trick in the book to try to open Dustin up.
It was a right hand from Poirier that caused that little abrasion on Islam Makhachev.
2 minutes left in the round.
This is a terrible position to be in, but Volkanovski managed to survive it in their first fight. And Dustin's doing a good job right now defensively.
Yes, he is. Doing a good job of staying safe. That's so important for Poirier to just stay safe here. Oh, look, see?
Yep, he keeps setting him up.
Yeah, he's giving him the feel like he was going to try to go to mount. So when Dustin reacted, he went back to the choke.
Makhachev maintaining control of the body, coming up on a minute to go in the round.
I think Makhachev might be switching to an armbar. He keeps isolating that right arm. I mean, he's going to flow back and forth between any available option, but I keep seeing him trying to lace up that right arm, and he was adjusting his body towards his right side, shifting. And he might try to do something like that with short time left.
Yeah.
See, he's doing it again. See how he's isolating it? He might try to trap it underneath his arm if he decides to let go, or his leg rather, if he decides to let go of the body triangle. Oh, that's a bad situation to be in.
But if you're Poirier, while this sucks, right? You survive fresh, dry, him on your back.
Yeah.
There's some positives in there for them. And there's positives in there for Makhachev, obviously. Mike Brown told Dustin, do not get backed up.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, Javier Mendez liked what they saw from Makhachev in round 1. Leg kick from Poirier, early round 2.
Good job by Dustin getting back up to his feet.
Pro Poirier crowd loving all of that.
Big for Poirier to be able to get back up to his feet after getting taken down. Now Poirier's got Makhachev going backwards.
Nice knee there by Makhachev. Poirier resets. Quick shot from Makhachev. Gets on that lead leg.
Dustin survives again.
Poirier's doing everything he can to stay up right here. Doing a good job of just turning, kicking, realizing there's no wrestling shoe. Getting takedowns and controlling people is so much more difficult because you can't grab onto anything on the feet. Dustin recognizing that, knowing how to use it to his advantage. That was a beautiful single leg down by Makhachev.
And a nice left hand just landed for the champ. Poirier unofficially 1 for 16 on his significant strike attempts. Just that right hand that cut Makhachev.
He's having to be very measured with his offense because he knows if he starts to throw too much, Islam's going to take him down.
Makhachev able to touch Poirier with the right hand.
And this is where what makes Makhachev so good, because he hasn't been able to get a takedown, but he's doing well in the stand-up now against Poirier.
Yeah, he's dangerous everywhere. Like, truly world-class everywhere. But whenever the fight's standing, Dustin has a chance.
Yes. His best chance.
Yeah, especially in these exchanges. Perhaps his only chance. Dove on it.
Poirier trying to leverage the fence here. Crowd with heightened anticipation with every takedown attempt.
Dustin got the underhook.
Poirier has been wrestling Mateusz Gamrot, who is a good wrestler, and one of the best wrestlers in the 155-pound division, and it's showing to this point. Takedown defense is held up.
Outstanding. Stuffed 3 or 4 shots, all 3 in round 2.
But seeing Dustin's back to the center, it would benefit him to back away, get back to space.
Good job there by Poirier. Looked like maybe Makhachev thought he could bully him down. Stick and move by the champ, and a counter right from Poirier.
Good right hook there by Poirier. Just kind of glanced off.
Really good right hook.
But that's one of his best weapons.
Makhachev has to be very careful dipping his head there when Dustin tries to enter.
Good punch to the body by Dustin, and a good left hand over the top. He's having some success.
Now Poirier's pressuring.
Oh, left hand for Poirier. Now some body work.
Some body work by Poirier. A good left hand by Makhachev. Poirier's got to make sure. There it is. Beautiful takedown by Islam. getting to the single leg, that's sweeping the leg from under him.
I love what Dustin Poirier is doing in the center of the octagon right now. And every time that Makhachev goes for that tie clinch, putting both of his hands on Dustin's head, that leaves Dustin in boxing range. And when Dustin breaks, he's quicker to the punch. Man, Dustin can knock him out if he gets more opportunities like that.
And DC, you heard Thiago Alves looking for a little more volume, and Dustin acknowledged your point from earlier, can't stand in front of Islam too long.
Yeah, that's exactly what Dustin told him. Dustin said, I hear you, but I can't do too much, because he knows that the takedown's coming the moment anything gets extended.
Good knee up the middle by Makhachev.
And a nice jab to follow it up by the champ.
Another knee.
And Poirier went to the clinch. And Makhachev got excited. Watch him step in front. Try to wheel him to the ground. Poirier still got that whizzer, but he cannot allow Makhachev to get between him and the fence, as he just did.
Just the body manipulation. Makhachev getting Poirier down a minute into round 3.
Yeah, it's really wearing on him.
This is a terrible position for Dustin. So much pressure on his guts and his spine. With that body triangle.
And he's got that bottom wrist now.
He's flattened out.
Poirier a little bit busted up as well, trying to control his breathing.
Islam landed a straight jab in that last sequence that busted the nose of Poirier.
Makhachev trying to pick his spots here offensively. 3 minutes to work with in this third round.
Poirier's got to be very careful here. Especially here, when Islam gives him that look that he's going to go mount. Dustin reacts and he starts trying to slide his arm under. And Islam needs to just stay patient, continue doing the same thing. The strength of the grappling, man.
Yeah, he's so strong. His grappling is just so high level, and his control is so excellent. And now he's full mount. Looks like he's walking. Oh, Dustin snuck out the back.
Well, Dustin's got to watch his arm.
Poirier is out and back to his feet. Absolutely deafening here under 2 minutes in round 3.
You see how people them yelling, take him down though. Dustin's fired up.
Some pretty significant swelling for Poirier on the right side of his face, around that right ear as well. Lands the jab there.
Oh, nice combination there by Makhachev as Dustin lands a straight right.
To land that jab. One minute to go, round 3.
Poirier's talking to him.
Yep. Poirier is significantly swollen on that right side. Seems like the left eye's bothering him now.
Well, Makhachev is not throwing things hard, but he's touching, and when he throws, he's landing.
Poirier did a good job of circling back to the center of the octagon there.
I don't know what happened there, but Dustin is squinting that left eye.
Yep. Giving him real problems. Poirier sticks the jab. And We're told it was a punch that affected that eye of Poirier. Down the stretch of round 3.
Good shot landed by Poirier. So there's a clash of heads that messed up his nose. He was talking about how his nose was shattered. There's a beautiful knee by Makhachev. They're cleaning up the ice in the corner of Islam. Boy, that armbar was close.
Yeah, that right hand landed to Dustin's eye.
All right, round 4 brought to you by Bad Boys Ride or Die, starring Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, exclusively in movie theaters June 7th.
The corner of Poirier wants him to give more. They're saying that he can land. Dia Davis wants him to throw the jab to the body. Said he feels like that jab is gonna work.
Yeah, Poirier and his boxing coach, Dia Davis, always in sync.
Oh, good jab.
DC, you saw Khabib Nurmagomedov fairly urgent. Did you pick up on anything he was telling Islam?
Well, no, he's speaking Russian, but he...
I thought the body movements maybe...
No, it's just probably level change, right? Because you saw Islam scream, "Let's go," kind of was going to stand and fight him. When they feel like, obviously, that is probably the chance Dustin has. So the fight on the ground is what Team Islam wants.
Good shot to the body there by Dustin. Stuffs the takedown.
Good jab by Poirier. Makhachev able to land on the return.
Oh, stuffed that one.
Good takedown defense there by Poirier.
Oh, nice right hand from Makhachev.
Oh, good left hand by the champ. There's a shot again. Dustin stops it. Can he stop it a second time?
He's got to keep himself leg split. Makhachev has got to attack one leg. Where Islam's been good at scoring takedowns is getting to a single leg on Dustin Poirier. Poirier's too good at defending when Islam's trying to get him at a double. And for Dustin to stay, feed him the hip, keep your legs split.
Makhachev, 3 of 9 on his takedown attempts. He's been stuffed on the last 4.
Good job by Dustin. Boy, that is grueling.
And Poirier just hurt his leg. He said something to his corner that he hurt his leg, so we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Poirier's got to watch his neck here in this position. Makhachev doing a good job of riding him. Trying to get that hook in. When he's been able to get the hook, Dustin struggled to get him off of it.
Under 2 minutes here, round 4. About 7+ minutes of ground control time for Makhachev in the fight thus far, as Poirier posts here.
Switch by Poirier.
Beautiful job by Poirier.
And it looks like Makhachev has been sliced open on the forehead now.
Yeah, it looked like they came together a little bit. Oh, body
shot. Shots to the body. Beautiful shots to the body by Dustin. Those are nasty. Islam's cut wide open.
Oh, nice uppercut from Makhachev. 1 minute round 4.
Dustin's having a lot of success when he rips to the body.
He digs up to the body.
One of us right now talking to us.
Poirier's had fun all week. He's been of a great disposition. He's talking to Dana White now.
He's talking to Trump
about the fight.
Poirier's just got to stay locked in because, look, again, Makhachev on the single leg is where he's found success.
Poirier maybe trying to get under the chin here.
Yeah, and Makhachev's forehead is just gushing blood all over the foot.
Dustin landed a left elbow.
UFC, visit manscaped.com now. A lot of prognosticators were not expectant that we would get to the final 5 minutes. Here they are between Dustin Poirier and Islam Makhachev.
Dustin Poirier was well prepared tonight, so is Makhachev. It's been a great fight. Both guys have shown and had great moments. Makhachev has done a really good job with his wrestling.
And his striking.
And his striking.
He has landed 22 more significant strikes than Poirier unofficially thus far.
That was a strong calf kick by Dustin.
Makhachev unable to take Poirier down. And Dustin lands another big shot.
Dustin's doing a really good job of lip kneeing whenever Islam gets to a single if he's not on the octagon side. Where he's found himself in trouble is when Islam is able to push him to the cage and then advance position on the takedown.
You can read Poirier's lips, just said, "Get the F off me." He is in this fight. Good body shot.
Excellent shot to the body. Especially in this grueling fight.
Poirier looking to reestablish that jab.
Poirier's talking to him.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin's corner said it's there for you. 5 minutes, leave it all out there. You can knock him out.
Ooh! That left hand will help.
That was a big left hand.
Yes, it was.
Good entry by Makhachev, and he's able to drag Poirier down at least partially.
All right, look at him control that foot. Oh, Poirier did a good job of finishing. Switching his legs. He switched the hips.
Oh, wow.
That was nasty.
Great job at staying to hold that ankle. But look.
Oh, guillotine. He's trying to guillotine him. Maybe did that to try to get top position, knowing Dustin would have to react.
Looking for a Darce.
Yeah, looking for a Darce. Dustin's got to be careful here. Oh, that's tight.
Oh, he tapped! Islam Makhachev with a submission in round 5. The throne remains in Makhachev.
Wow. What a fight.
And what a moment for the team as they mob Islam Makhachev, showing all the heart befitting a champion. He was tested by Poirier, but Islam Makhachev still the best in the world at 155.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Keith Peterson has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 42 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by submission due to a Darce choke, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves and let's do it.
Or don't. Islam Makhachev trying to move within one win of Anderson Silva's record 16 for most consecutive wins in UFC history, looking to become, on paper, the most decorated lightweight champion of all time. And Renato Moicano looking to change his life in more ways than one. Moicano in yellow. Makhachev counters in the black, white, and gold.
Renato not gun shy.
No, he's not. He's got great Muay Thai.
Early head kick partially lands for Makhachev.
Moicano trying to get Makhachev going backwards.
Stop. Watch your fingers. This is a warning. Watch your fingers.
Early stern warning from Herb Dean. Last time Moicano went 25 minutes was against Rafael dos Anjos on 4 days' notice.
Yeah, so this guy's familiar with those late notice, long fights.
The difference being, of course, he wasn't preparing for a fight round.
Right.
Yeah.
And we did discuss this possibility in our fighter meeting. Moicano was not blind to the fact that this could happen. Made sure to make the championship weight.
But he actually thought, he was like, but these guys are pros. I know they'll make weight. What he didn't expect was an injury by Arman Tsarukyan.
Body kick gets home for Makhachev.
Oh, nice left hand by Islam.
Beautiful left hand.
Moicano needs to be very careful not to get hit with a right hook after that left hand lands when they're throwing. One of Islam's best punches.
Early moment for the challenger.
Nice, and knockdown by Moicano. And he landed a punch very early in the first round, too, that got Islam's attention. Makhachev should take him down.
Nice jab by Moicano. Makhachev shoots. Moicano unable to defend.
Islam takes him down. See, that's the difference in this fight to the last fight. Umar didn't have that ability to go get a takedown against Merab. Now it's up to Moicano to try to prove that he doesn't just stay there.
And we just were able to isolate in our monitor what was a slip from Islam Makhachev, not a knockdown.
He hit him in the armpit, kind of.
Even when Makhachev slips, the whole building's like, oh my God.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen often, right?
The thing is, from our angle, we saw his back, and it looked like a punch landed. But this is a perfect position for Islam, and he just smothers people.
Even the best grapplers have a tough time getting anything started.
He's just so heavy on top.
And traditionally, Herb Dean's not a guy that's quick on the trigger with stand-ups. Oh, he's got to be careful with the darts here. Oh, he's got it. He's got it, yep.
Sunk up.
That's tight, it's over.
That's it.
Yep.
There's the tap, and still Islam Makhachev, the most decorated lightweight champion of all time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 5 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a Darce choke, and still the
Gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Gonna keep it. Touch gloves. Let's do it.
Little distance between them, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Jack looks in sick shape.
He really does. He looks absolutely shredded.
We'll see if he levels up now that he is the world champion. Makhachev looking particularly thick as he moves up to 170 pounds for the first time. These men have combined to win their last 33 fights over more than 10 years. Here we go. Welterweight championship is underway. Makhachev in the white opens with a low leg kick.
And that's one of the things, right? Islam has really good striking himself.
Jack Maddalena on the gas early.
Jack on that pressure. It's hard to wrestle when you're going backwards. I thought the one thing Jack did really well against Bilal was he was the one that set the tempo of the fight. He has to do that tonight again.
Got off to a great start in his title fight against Muhammad back in May.
Islam has already landed 2 very hard calf kicks. Oh! And Jack is really excellent at switching stances. If he has to swap out and go orthodox, he can.
Oh, nice takedown.
Takedown right away.
That was not that hard. That was not that hard.
One of those patented trips by Makhachev.
And this is a completely different kind of pressure than Jack Della Maddalena has ever experienced before. Islam crushes people.
So some early momentum for the challenger. Working off of his first takedown here less than 2 minutes in.
Islam was able to take that single leg, peel it outside, running back to the other side and put him on his butt. Now he's controlling that far side underhook and really trying to wear on Jack Della. Jack Della's got to try to find a way to get that right hand back inside to start the get-up process. And it's always a process, but like you said, Joe, against this type of top pressure, it's a real challenge getting back to your feet.
It's very different than anything he's experienced before.
Yes, this is not Ramazan Amib, nor Gilbert Burns, nor Bilal Muhammad. This is the recent pound-for-pound kick.
And it's also an Islam Makhachev that is not drained, right? So he's not struggling to get down to 155 pounds.
And they're fresh. They just started the fight. Jack's almost up here.
Islam's on his back. Let's see if Jack can get to his feet.
Jack's on his feet. Oh, he's got to be careful here. Jack's got to be very careful with his neck.
He's got his back fully, completely locked in now.
Tremendous execution by Makhachev to maintain some ground control here under 2 minutes, round 1.
It's just a completely different level of grappling than he's ever experienced before. I mean, think about Jack's fights. No one has ever done this to him, especially not this quickly and this easily.
Oh, he's a tremendous scrambler.
But Islam just stays on you like Velcro.
And honestly, it's a 5-round fight. So for Jack Della Maddalena, he's got to just stay present, right? I dropped one, it's not a big deal. I just have to make sure that the next round, it doesn't start like this again. Because not only does the wrestling and the grappling chip away at your cardio, it starts to chip away at the mind. Because then you start going, oh, well, he's just going to keep wrestling. Then you get very limited in how you attack. Jack's got to stay the course if he wants to keep this title.
Islam's pummeling under with that right arm. He keeps looking for the darts.
He's trying to go guillotine, and if he gets that, he's trying to go to the front headlock. If he gets the front headlock, then he will sit and get you into that choke.
Oh, he's cinching it up. He's cinching it up.
It's the same choke that he got Moicano with, Poirier with.
And he finishes it up in such an unusual way, the way he grabs his own forearm instead of going all the way to the bicep.
Jack did a good job of recognizing, and getting back to his back. Just staying in safe, just getting to safety, opposed to taking too many chances.
There's the horn, final seconds of round one. Some late kicks from Della Maddalena.
That's illegal.
That was a foul right at the end of the round.
He's down.
He's on the feet, round two.
Jack's got to be careful. He just got to move his feet. That was too easy for Islam to grab that single leg.
Another hard punishing calf kick by Islam.
Another kick by Makhachev. He's throwing a lot of leg kicks tonight, Joe.
And they're all landing. They're not getting checked at all. You can only take so much of it. Goes high. Oh, Jack landed a good...
Yeah, Jack landed a really good shot in there. Jack's got to get his back off the fence. Makhachev is going to start trying to play with his feet, with his legs, to try to take him to the ground. That's not the best decision.
No.
Jack made a mistake there. He went over the top of a whizzer. He's going to end up on the bottom here now. When you got a whizzer, you cannot step over it, because if they hit into you, you end up on the bottom.
Makhachev working right in front of his corner. Khabib Nurmagomedov and the rest.
Khabib's just yelling, smash it.
Javier Mendez, Usman Nurmagomedov over there as well. Three minutes to go, round two. If you're Jack Della, champ, what are you trying to do here?
I mean, I am trying to get my back along the octagon side, to use it as a barrier to try to get up. This was a self-inflicted takedown there. He was the one that stepped across, tried to throw him, and then when they ended up in that whizzer, he stepped over. He's got to try to use the fence to get away here.
And Islam has a lot of time to work here.
Right here, John, you see how he's got his feet on the wall? He's got to start to try to walk up the wall to try to create a scramble. One of the things Jack does very well is scrambles, but right now, he's been essentially flat on his back the whole time when he's on the ground.
Craig Jones desperately trying to get instruction to Della Maddalena, but that's a long distance.
In a full arena.
Yeah. Herb Dean doing a nice job letting Makhachev work. Out of the dominant position, big elbow.
The problem here also is that even with instruction, you're dealing with a guy who's many levels better as a grappler. I don't like how he's reaching with that left arm. Islam is trying to capture that left arm, and he can finish that even from half guard. When he gets that head and arm choke from that side,
Jack's got to be very careful posting that left on the neck. He should be shrimping, trying to get to a hip, but again, when you go to the hip, he attacks that front headlock, Joe.
Yeah, pick your poison on the ground with Makhachev. Under a minute here to go in round two.
Yeah, he's capturing that left arm.
Yep.
Bringing it across.
Remember, he got Charles Oliveira with this.
Jack did a good job of facing the arm triangle and then rotating back towards. He's got his underhook now.
He's getting clubbed by those elbows. Great job by Islam. Jack's almost back up to his feet. He's back up.
He got up.
Quick level change by Makhachev late in the round. Now a knee to the body. Oh, challenger through 2 on ESPN pay-per-view. All right, Ben Vickers trying to get his guy going here as we hit round 3 of a possible 5.
Told him that his feet aren't moving enough. Wants him to keep the range and try to make Makhachev spend more time striking with him.
A super aggressive start in round 1 from Della Maddalena. Bit more pause ever since.
Another calf kick.
Jack has got to be the one going forward. He cannot allow Makhachev to move him backwards.
Big reactions from Della Maddalena, regardless of what Makhachev is doing.
Oh, that one hurt him. He's hurt. I was suspecting that that leg was hurt already, just by the way he's moving. And in fact, he's throwing a lot of kicks with that right leg, as opposed to planting it. And now he switched.
I'm being told Nurmagomedov in the corner doesn't like the striking as much as we do. He said, I don't care, get back to the wrestling.
Oh, big power by Jack.
Body shots and an uppercut, and maybe that's why.
Level change. He got to his hip before Jack could even react. I mean, his hands were locked by the time Della Maddalena realized he was even in on him.
He's pummeling under that arm. This is not good for Jack.
Nope. Now he's getting to his position. And Joe, it's later in the fight now.
It is.
Jack's, he's hip to it though, man. He's well trained. You saw him go right to his back there.
Yeah.
Jack has got to find an underhook. You cannot allow him to have control under on both sides there. You can't get off your back flat if he's got 2 underhooks on. There it is. Now he got to a hip. Collected an underhook.
I definitely think the question has been answered whether or not Islam is big enough for 170, because he certainly is, and he looks bigger than he's ever looked before.
And Bilal Muhammad had such a hard time controlling Della Maddalena in any ground situation. This guy's got almost 9 minutes of control time already.
Well, when Jack has gone down, he hasn't been able to get away from him. Honestly, he got away from him that one time along the octagon side, but every other time, he's essentially just been kind of stuck on his back.
I don't know if he's wincing in pain or...
Like a knee or something whenever he got taken down. He did have a weird face as the takedown was happening. I'd love to see it when we get to the end of the round if we do.
I bet it has a lot to do with that calf.
That calf, yep. Jack is so well prepared for that submission, though. If Islam's going to get that, it's going to come off of damage from the strikes, and Jack will make a mistake that allows him to chase down the submission.
And fatigue.
Yes.
Carrying all this weight, all that pressure.
Makhachev, just a master of movement and his craft on the ground. Couple elbows for good measure.
Right here, Islam's just trying to make him carry his weight. Just keep trying to fatigue Jack. But again, like, why is he engaging him there?
A very nasty visual. I've never seen a look like that on Della Maddalena's face.
Discouraged.
Not even knowing what to do, listless.
Yeah, he's having a hard time just standing on that right leg.
Makhachev has picked his spots with his kicking game really well tonight.
Watch those fingers.
Well, Islam Makhachev was the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world when he successfully defended his lightweight belt earlier this year. Seemed to lose that distinction while not competing, but showing you that he is still very much of that ilk.
You know, when we spoke about Jack kind of starting the fight with Bilal, making him fight, Jack was able to find his rhythm. He hasn't been able to do that because Islam's fainting at him so much. Then he'll kick him, and then when Jack does decide to go, he takes him down. It's all about Jack trying to find the rhythm, and he hasn't been able to develop that. I mean, look at all these feints, and he's freezing Jack.
And the moment he goes southpaw, he gets kicked again.
Fight IQ at an all-time high. Beautiful entry there.
Can't stop it.
And even two fights in a row, all right? So we saw Dustin Poirier fight Islam and get beaten the striking. In the striking, Islam Makhachev has held the advantage over Jack Della Maddalena.
But
with the kicks and the punches.
Destroying the calf.
And I did not expect that to be the case.
Good short punches.
It's always the threat of the takedown that opens up the strike.
Remember we talked about that earlier. You're a 3 times better striker just because you're threatening so many takedowns. Then when you're as successful as he has been with them, you really become a better striker.
Now Jack's getting desperate. And when you get desperate, you make mistakes.
Body triangle now for Makhachev.
Jack's still hand fighting. Oh, he's going to collect his arm. He can't let that arm get trapped. He cannot let that arm get trapped. That's going to take away one of his limbs to fight.
It's fully trapped now.
Yep. Now Islam's going to start chasing that choke. Oh, he got it out. Good job by Jack Della.
But he's just getting smothered on the ground.
Smothered.
Under 2 now to go, round 4. North of 12 minutes of ground control time now for the challenger, Makhachev.
And I think Jack's right leg is so beat up that even when they're standing, he's not able to attack as much as he may want to.
I don't think he can move it correctly. That's why he's throwing a lot of kicks with it. Because I don't think he can stand on it right.
He's like grimacing.
Yeah.
Right? He's like grimacing. And I don't know if it's the shoulder pressure or what that's making him do that.
I think it might be, champ.
I'm sure it's a lot of it. With the bruising on that calf.
Dean Thomas, what do you have?
You know, Jack has been so inefficient in his half guard because he hasn't been able to use his top leg to create a strong enough knee frame to create enough space to get Makhachev off of him. He's got to get that top leg in between him and Makhachev to create some space, and maybe it'll give him a chance to get up, to get back to his feet.
Kimura lock here. Jack just got to make sure this thing doesn't bend.
Makhachev just so thoughtful in transition, patient.
Oh, he's like winking over here.
Wow.
He's like actually winking.
Hell, he just motioned, asking DC if maybe you wanted him to lift him in the air. Oh, Islam Makhachev through 20 minutes.
That's 2 fights.
Don't want to speculate as to what might be bothering Jack Della Maddalena, but he's as tough a customer as there is, and I feel like he is dealing with some significant pain that he is trying to sort of cloak.
Yeah, I think that right calf is in absolute agony right now.
So if you're Makhachev,
I mean, look, he's right away going into orthodox.
His corner's like, hey, get some hands on him, and he's trying.
But he can't close the distance.
It's just, he lets him get to his hips, and he lets him get his hands locked.
Yeah.
Once that happens, there is no defending.
I don't think he can move his leg correctly. I think it's a real problem.
He's going back to that Kimura. Remember the Dan Hooker fight?
Yeah, he's real close here.
Looks like he's trying to straight arm lock it. Good job by Jack. Now, Jack's coach told him, if he gets to the half guard, take a chance. Let's take a chance and throw something at this guy.
I mean, for Islam, this is the game plan. Complete domination, perfectly followed.
Watch the back of it.
And what's concerning about this is he's doing it to Jack Della Maddalena, who we have seen defend against really good grapplers. Doesn't bode well for others who may not have the takedown defense that Jack has.
Yeah, there's really good grapplers, and then there's this camp.
Yeah.
These guys are just on a completely different level. Both Khabib and him, it's a complete different level of top pressure.
And I'll tell you one thing, right? There's some Dagestani wrestlers that are very good. They're not like Islam and Khabib.
Right.
Islam and Khabib spent time with Abdul Manap. He was their prized pupils, and I believe that what he taught them carries a little bit something different than what anybody else can learn since he passed. Because I never would have thought he would have been able to control Jack Della Maddalena in this way.
Yeah, complete control.
I remember how excited Della Maddalena was to fight Ramazan Amim in his second UFC fight. I want this Dagestani wrestler test, and this is the real.
This is the test. I was asked about this fight, and I go, man, this is a hard one for Islam Makhachev. And it hasn't proven to be. I mean, even the Valentina fight, I felt the same way.
But the betting line gave a lot of people pause.
Yes.
It looks just.
But it's the same thing, but this time we got the smaller guy going up and doing this.
But again, he's so big for 55.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was killing himself to get to 55, which is why he didn't want to do it anymore. And now look, zero endurance problems, no fade whatsoever, no strength problems at all. Looks every bit of a 170-pound champion.
Yeah, well, he's a minute and 50 seconds from becoming the 170-pound champion.
Or maybe quicker.
Oh, look at Jack, look at Jack.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I don't understand the grimace that we're seeing. I don't know if there's something that happened in the fight, an injury, or...
I think we'll find out.
Yeah.
You got to admire the toughness, the resolve, the unsubmittability seemingly from Della Maddalena, but...
Oh, he's starting to get to that position, Joe.
He's got it.
Oh, Jack did a good job. Jack has been well prepared. If there was one thing they did really well, was they got him ready for this. Because he has defended this at every turn.
Well, that's Craig Jones. You know, I believe he was looking for a buggy choke a few times, but, you know, there's levels to this game, and Islam's level is very, very high.
18 minutes of control time in a 25-minute fight.
That's wild. Khabib maybe trying to talk Islam through one final submission attempt here. He actually hasn't been credited with a submission attempt as yet.
Well, Jack's, he's killed it every time.
Yeah. And now Khabib is cheerleading the crowd as the Islam chants rain down, 20 seconds away.
You can just sense the frustration in the Jack Della Maddalena corner between rounds. You know Jack's going to be frustrated himself because you're prepared for this.
And there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 50-45 for the winner by unanimous decision and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.